Like my character, my notes are very similar.
Oh,
Athros. All right. So, who wants to lead our recap for what happened last time?
I gotcha. So, previously on D&D, Irini decides to use her ability to speak to this Peryton who is feasting. It's about 70 feet away, so she moves up closer and uses her speak with animals. And lo and behold, the Peryton says something ominous. Do you know how long it's been since I've had a human heart? I think I'll start with you. And action.
Okay. I
Bro
feel
literally
like
copied and pasted the last 10 minutes of the game. I love it.
that's pretty much it. But does anybody? That is exactly where we are right now. Does anybody want to give me an update as to what they remember from before that exact moment about what we did?
Oh, I totally
No
remember.
shoes.
Okay, so we did leave the main town, Termaline, headed toward our final destination, but we're making a pit stop in Torgs for a whole bunch of cool stuff. We're hunting an Iceman, I think. This dude who literally walks around in shorts and a t-shirt and thinks he's a badass and is killing people in the name of Oral, sorry. And we're hunting this fool down. We got a contract out. We got cash coming in hand. The party is ready to rock and roll. Side note, we had some amazing cinnamon cookies. Irini and Ono rocked it out first with the cookies. They were amazing. I stole some, sadly. The plate did get busted. I'm coming back with a vengeance for that plate. The group also was gifted Athros. Athros has got a new book. We met an old lady who's super amazing. I mean, like, what else is there to be said besides we're on our way to adventure? We got stopped by this ugly deer bird. Let's go.
Nope.
Okay, let me switch up the music.
Oh God,
That's all.
he's putting on royalty-free danger music, guys. Oh crap.
Just starts playing the Hunger Games song, or the whistle at least.
Okay, so what we need to do is make an active encounter here and have us all roll for initiative.
First roll of the game.
Some of us need a tutorial on combat as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep, exactly. So to add yourself to combat, because for some reason I couldn't link you all, that's kind of weird. What you need to do is right-click on your character, and the sword and shield icon will add you to the combat tracker.
I don't know.
Hold on. There was
I mean, it's highlighted, so I'm sure I'm good. My armor class is 974. Good luck.
Okay, hold on. Rewind. What do I have to do to the who to what?
So
Right click on your token.
Yeah,
Right-click
on your
token.
token, and then the sword and shields.
Oh, that's right. You're hiding
Swords and
behind
shield. They'll add you to the combat tracker. Then
Sick,
on the
okay.
top right, there's a giant fist icon up on your like icons on the top. You click that, and it'll open up the encounter page. And then if you haven't already rolled for initiative, you hit that D20 and it'll roll you for initiative.
Okay, I think I did roll for initiative. Did it add me or not? Hold on.
See your name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
rolled.
had it on there.
Okay, cool.
I have you listed as a 12 initiative.
Point. Sweet.
Yep, and the points are on there in case we have tiebreakers. It's based off of dex modifiers, so we don't break that eventually. Someone will have a tie somewhere.
That's what that decimal point is.
I'd just like to make a small point. Critical Role hasn't actually officially owned rollies yet, so we could have had rollies. Just saying.
Patent it now.
I know, right? They're gonna do. Damn. Copyright stricken.
All right, so yes, everybody, as you are in the middle of this field, there is a giant bird-like creature with a deer-like head and antlers and sharp teeth, currently slowly making its way towards the party. And you're right, the last thing that was heard was, "Why don't I start with you?" Towards Irini, who is the farthest up in the party. However, the first person to go is Aethros for combat. Aethros, what would you like to do?
Pivotal silence.
It's just intimidating it.
Hey, we can't hear you if you're speaking, bub.
Oh, he's
Ben, I
dead.
can't hear you if you're there.
Oh God. The deer bird struck him with muteness.
Just glad that I'm more than 5 feet away from him right now.
Thanks.
Hey, Aether, are you alive, buddy?
May or may not have just texted him as well.
I was gonna say, someone should probably text him.
Yeah. Like, we're all vociferously quickly typing.
Yeah, I mean, like, his
Ben!
mic was cutting in and out really bad, but relax.
It says his mic isn't working.
Oh.
Oh.
It does make things challenging now, doesn't it?
This does make it interesting. How fast can you type, Ben?
Yeah.
You might have to do it in Discord.
Or in the chat in here.
I
Oh,
use
there it
guiding
is.
bolt. You heard the man. He uses guiding bolt.
I mean, technically, you could use the roll chat thing.
Actually, true. Yeah.
Okay, so he would like to use Guiding Bolt. For anybody who hasn't done normal combat, which is traditionally, I think, about 3 or 4 of you, and this will be a review for Ben as well. To do combat, you have to target the creature. So to target the creature, there is a like target circle. You would click that and then click the creature that you want to target. And it'll target that creature, and then you make your roll for your attack. And I have a module now that should automatically tell you whether or not it hits the creature.
Wait, it's that little target one you said?
Yeah, so like for Ben, for example, since it's his turn right now, it would be the target on the left-hand side for the different things you can select. Then you left-click on the creature, and then you cast your spell, and it should do your attack roll, and then tell you whether or not it hits the creature, and have your roll for damage.
Oh.
Otherwise, I can always do it for him if need be. It's not a big deal.
I won't be in the middle of reaching on this turn.
God. Okay, hold on. Now I definitely feel like I missed a step. Where are you looking at all this cool stuff?
Okay, on the left-hand side, you have like it looks like a person, the ruler. On the second row, should be like the second one down. There's a thing that looks like a giant target.
Yeah. Click that.
You're gonna click that, and then like to target a creature, you just click on the creature you want to target.
Oh. Okay.
It'll tell me whether or not I'm able to reach it or no.
As far as distance for spells, it might.
Well,
I'm not 100% sure,
okay.
but it'll tell you whether or not it hits the target, or at least it should, if my
Gotcha.
module's working correctly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna list combat. I can get it on my first turn. lava sword out.
I think we need some Jeopardy music.
I mean,
Ben, did you want me to roll that attack for you, or are you figuring it out? I'm sorry. I don't mean to, be that guy.
Oh.
Okay.
you roll it.
Zoom in. The dramatic zoom.
It was so dramatic. Oh my god. No, it's fine.
You roll
Having
it.
issues.
Alright, I got it.
That was
We all-
fantastic.
The replay on Twitch is killing me.
I mean, shit, there's our first clip.
Oh god.
Alright, so Athros summons, as he sees the creature is hostile and is going into attack, he summons some radiant energy into his hands, uttering a small prayer, and casts it outward towards the Peryton, and is actually able to land a decent blow.
Ooh.
Dealing 15 damage, which is pretty dang good for Guiding Bolt. Alright, and, okay. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Ben, on your turn at all?
Move to the trees.
Alright. Okay, perfect. Is that it then? The suspense is killing me.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Yep, he's good.
Shane, stop zooming in from it.
Alright, that'll bring us to Irini. It is your turn.
Where do you find out how far you have to be for your spells?
It should be on the spell's information itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like before you like click the d20, you can click on the spell and it should tell you like the range of the spell and stuff too.
Okay. So I'm too far to hit it, so I'm going to go away from it. How far can you move?
So you, as a satyr, I believe, have 35 feet of movement. It should tell you on your attributes page on your character sheet.
Attributes. Okay.
And each square is 5 feet.
35.
There's a
yeah.
little measure thing too, so to measure how far it is. Stuff like that.
I'm gonna go back here.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so Irini is like, nope, not being a part of that, and takes off backwards towards
Yeah.
past Bictune.
So I like how I came up to make sure she didn't get attacked. She's like, nah, I ain't having it.
Is there anything else you wanted to do on your turn, Irini?
Yes. I would
Boy, I'm gonna be up there a
also
lot.
like to use my bardic inspiration for my fellow members.
Okay, who would you like to use it on?
So other than yourself, I'll use it on Mr. Kitty.
Okay. How do you want to inspire him?
I will sing him a song.
Okay.
Give me like a nice 80 tenor metal tune would be great.
You got it.
She is jamming out hardcore on her lyre.
What's the song from Stranger Things?
Give me a push.
Master of Puppets, or is he?
That one.
You immediately.
Start plucking away with your fingers and realize, no, this isn't heavy enough. So you pull out like a small pick-like thing from your inventory and just start strumming really, really hard.
I'll find a twig.
Yeah, there you go.
A
As you're running, you just
small
pick one
flat
up.
rock.
Okay.
God, on a lyre, that's got a kick.
Let me see how big your. I think it's a D6 for level 2. Let me see.
Anybody hear me? Somewhat.
You were a
Yes.
little.
A little?
I believe it is a D6.
Oh, yeah, that was better.
Yes. So.
Okay.
Oh, is that Ben?
Yes.
I
No,
think so.
Ben.
Hey.
Hi, Ben.
I hope it's me.
It sounds like you.
I don't think you're in the bathroom in an airport, but it's better than nothing.
I will
Hey.
take it.
Yeah, so I'm on my phone right now.
Yeah, I kinda
and
figured
I
that.
don't know what's going on. Because I think it's still using the mic on my phone and not my headset.
Yeah, it's working.
You're right. You're understandable.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
man.
totally hear you now.
You don't sound like a robot either.
Right.
Oh, okay. Guess that works.
Sweet.
Okay, so I'm gonna
I can
mark
just hear
Big
myself.
Tune as you currently have inspiration. So if you are making an attack on an attack roll or ability check, or I think honestly even a saving throw maybe, you can add an extra 1d6 once on one of those rolls.
Okay.
Start thinking about Master of Puppets as you're planning your.
I say I can't quite attack him just yet. I'll get there next turn.
Master of Kittens, the puppets. Ripping the wings off of this
Master of
fucking
yarn.
deer.
Master of yarn toys.
Grabbing some antlers, pulling some feathers.
Like how I don't have a inspired icon. That's fine. You're gonna appear empowered for the sake of this.
Good.
Okay, Irini, is that all you wanted to do on your turn?
Yeah.
That brings us to. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, my turn. Got it. Okay. Focusing, look down the field. How far am I? Like 80 feet, right? Cool. Firebolt! So I'm gonna roll. I'm targeting like that, right? Is that correct? Am I going the right way?
I might be wrong. I'm not. Wait, you're also blue, aren't you? Yes, I
Am
think
I?
that's. Yeah, if you clicked on the Peryton, and you have the little crosshairs on it, then you have it targeted.
Sick. Okay. Rolling. Bloop.
All right. Oh no, you hiding behind the tree, you conjure together a bit of a small ball of evocation energy in the form of fire. You launch it forward towards the Peryton. Roll for damage.
Wow. I'll take that.
All right, 5 damage. Nice. Okay. It makes a firm purchase on the Peryton, and you carried out a small uttering of pain, charring some of the feathers on its side.
Oh, no, I don't want to damage it too bad. Damn it.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Let's see. Bonus action. I do not want to. I know he probably knows where it came from. I'm going to do my best to just hide, make a stealth check in the exact. I'm going to crouch down even further.
Okay. If you want to roll a stealth check.
I would love to.
Won't be the same as like a roguish hide, but
No.
I have an idea for what I'm going to do. So.
I'm just going to try to hide. Ugh. Nope.
Beautiful.
He knows I'm there.
You try to hunker down a little bit, and you realize the only way down is to go into the snow, and you're trying to dig through the snow, but you're just struggling really hard. It's pretty compact here.
Ah! I'm good. That's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Victoon.
all I can do really is just move here, so I'm gonna move to here. I get him! And that's it.
If you want to get within range, you can dash, but you won't be able to attack.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not trying to get up in his face just yet.
Something that you can do, and I'm going to put this out there because I don't know if everybody knows this rule. I mean, we do have a lot of new players for the 5th edition stuff, but instead of having like the ability to hold your turn, you can hold your action. So like if you move forward with your movement action, that still leaves you with your standard, your bonus, and your reaction. You can use your reaction to hold like a standard action or a bonus action if you have abilities for those. So like let's say the Peryton got within 5 feet of you, and you wanted to attack it when it got within 5 feet of you because you can't reach it now. You could hold your action, and then when it gets within 5 feet of you, as a reaction, you can use that action to like make an attack. So, like that kind of makes sense to everybody.
Yeah, I believe also you can use it to like poise for a parry or a dodge.
Yeah, you could use your action to like dodge and stuff too. So like if you want to take the dodge action, they would have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You would also have advantage on deck saves and stuff like that. It's entirely up to you what you want to spend that time with or spend that time on. Yeah, the power's in your hands.
I guess I'll just hold it in case I need to react. I mean, I guess I can be prepared to dodge then, I guess, right?
You can use it to dodge, or you can use it to like hold your attack until it gets within 5 feet, and then when it gets within 5 feet, you could make an attack against it.
Well, shit. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Oh yeah.
I'll hold my attack.
So you are using your reaction to hold your attack. The trigger being if it's within 5 feet of you, you're going to attack.
Yeah, because I can't do anything beyond that. So.
Okay. Is that all you're going to do on your turn then?
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to Ebrin.
Sneaky boy.
I don't know what to do.
We have been waiting all week. It has been on the thing on your top of your mind. You don't know what to do.
You said each square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use the little ruler to measure.
I don't want to move. How do I do that?
Like that.
Yeah, so the second row, there'll be the thing that looks like a ruler. You click it, and then from your token, you can draw it out, and that'll tell you how many squares you have to work with. There you go.
Okay. That's nifty. Since I'm hidden, I'm curious, do I have to use like cunning action to hide better, or can I equip my short bow and fire an arrow at it?
If you wanted to equip your short bow, it would be your interaction, so that wouldn't use your bonus action. If you wanted to do that, yeah, you could fire off a shot at it.
Okay. I would probably like to move just a little bit closer while being hidden, and then fire off a bolt.
Okay. Just remember to make your to target it using the target section, so that way your attack actually hits it.
It fires a bolt off into nowhere.
I fire magic missile into the darkness. Deep cut. Actually, it is dark. It's like 5, like
1 second, guys.
5 something at night, right? And
4:58 a.m. Or no, 4:58 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
the time
5.
Is a little, the time is a little wonky because I thought I had it set up to go with like when we're in combat that it would go based off of each round, move 5 seconds. So it's really like 5:45 or 4:45.
Okay, that's cool. But it's like getting darker.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna equip my short bow. How do I attack? Sorry, I just found out my dad just got out of the hospital. So that's a nice little side note.
Yay. That's nice.
I'm glad he is out of the hospital.
Hell yeah.
To do your to target, you're gonna go to the top left of your like icons, like on the left hand side. You're gonna choose the one that looks like a target. So like it should be like the second one down, I think, on the second row. And then you're gonna left click on the creature you want to target, and then you can make your attack, and it should auto target that creature.
Do I go to my inventory, click short bow, and then just standard roll, attack, damage? Which one?
It should be attack or standard roll, whatever it gives you the option for. I don't see your thing on it. I'm just gonna make sure that you have him targeted quick. Okay.
Is he targeted?
Yeah, he should be targeted now.
Okay.
Oh, he's targeted.
Because with short bow, it says I can do a standard, attack, damage, info, simple ranged. So just attack?
Yeah, I'd just be attack.
Whack him.
I don't know what's laughing.
Interesting. So a 9 is as you fire your short bow. You kind of like your footing kind of comes out of position as you're about to let go, and your arrow flies just high of its left shoulder, flying off into the distance. You do not hit the target.
All right.
All right. So, is there anything else you want to do on your turn there, Ibrin?
Good boy, hide. Hide, Sneaky. Hide.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my ability to hide. Do I roll a stealth check then?
I believe so. You get to do it as a bonus action. Yeah, so you have to make a stealth check. But you can make.
Would you give me an advantage because I'm in the woods already?
Because it hasn't really put too much focus in looking for you, I would give you advantage on this roll. I think that's fine. You're in the forest already, mostly obscure.
Well,
I can go on.
Okay.
the bird
yeah.
just thought a twig flew past him.
Yeah, it like heard something fly past it, and as it looked in the direction it came from, it can't see anything but trees. So you are hitting.
Yay!
Keep your eyes closed.
Sweet.
Is that all, Rogie Boy?
Yes. I end my turn.
All right, that'll bring
I
us.
do to stay hidden, so that's why I moved towards you. I'm gonna get munched.
All right, that brings us to the Peryton's turn.
Oh God!
Okay, the Peryton is going to spread its wings and take off into the sky.
So take off
And,
into the night.
It's going to fly 20 feet up. I'm gonna make sure I do this. It's going to swoop back. I can get control of my dang token. Oh my gosh, my controls are being so weird. Yeah, it's gonna take off and swoop around and then dive straight for Big Tune.
Oh no!
Kitty, no!
Which is going to be interesting. He is, because he's attacking you. He's within 5 feet. I'm gonna say because you're watching him come, I will let you make your attack first.
Whack that bird, Kitty!
And remember, if you want to, you do have the D6 inspiration from Irini.
Okay.
Inspire.
Irini's still fucking playing Master of Puppets over there.
Yeah, my fingers are gonna start bleeding soon.
Okay, so as this Peryton kind of cups its wings and starts diving towards you, you prepare your greatsword and you go in to strike. But as you do, it sees that you're preparing to attack it and moves just out of the way, avoiding your attack altogether. Peryton is now going to attack you.
Here I am, pretending to be this great warrior. First thing we do in battle, I miss.
Level 2. Level 2.
I'm just he's proficient in Talon.
No, he's not. There's no way he's proficient. He's a deer.
Alright, so it goes in to try and attack you with its talon, and as it does, unfortunately, it misses. It lands. No, actually, no. It comes down and tries to dig its talons into you, but it only really manages to push off of your shoulder. And staying in the air, it's going to make one more attack. This time, a little bit more aggressive. I'm gonna change my rolls to secret.
Secret.
And we only saw that you rolled, not what you rolled.
Yeah. Not like we're street sniping.
Oh yeah, it could be. I'm not.
I could be.
Oh man, he is struggle busting. Okay.
Alright.
So he is. He goes in once again to attack you with his talons, but Big Toon, you're able to dodge nimbly out of the way. None of his attacks make purchase, and as it does that, it's going to has 5 feet of movement. Yet it's going to in the air push its wings and swoop back just a little bit.
So, just a quick above table question here. Is this token representative of its actual size, or is it just?
Yep. So it's considered a large creature.
Okay.
So it takes up a lot of space.
Right. Okay. For my vision in my brain.
That's fair. Yeah. No, it's a big boy. It would be easily capable of carrying one of you away with it if it wanted to. But
We're about 6 of Onos.
that brings us to the end of its turn.
Carry on like a very
Which, restarts us back up at the top with Aethros. That's all it can do.
Alright. I'm going to use another guiding bolt.
Go for it.
That gonna go past me, through me?
It'll be able to go past you. He has line of sight on the target.
Oh.
You should be fine.
Yeah. So, attack.
Yep.
Normal.
Very nice. Conjuring more radiant energy as he took off into the trees. Aethros launches another radiant bolt of light. Big Toon, you hear this energy coming from behind you and able to move out of the way ever so slightly as it makes purchase on the creature. Roll for damage. Oh, you did it. Oh, that was the attack.
Oh, that was my to hit.
Okay. Dude, you are crushing it with this damage.
Fistful of dice.
Okay.
You beat
So,
the brakes off of the bird.
Yeah, you see that your attack makes as hard a purchase as it probably could have. Not so much, scorching any of the feathers off to the side, but this creature looks very wounded. I cannot believe you rolled super high damage on both of those. That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, and then there's also the other part of the attack where he's glowing, so the next person has advantage.
Yes, that is something I totally blanked on last round. That's on me. Yes, so it is glittering with a sparkling light. The next attack that's made against this creature will be made with advantage.
Yes. Do it to him, Marie.
All right, is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Aethros?
No, I'll save Brian.
Okay. That brings us to Irini. What would you like to do, young lady?
Well, I've said move myself farther away from Bird. I'm gonna move myself towards the trees.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. And I already have Bardic Inspiration on Big Tune.
Correct.
He used it, right?
Yeah. No.
Bicton hasn't used it yet, I don't think. I didn't hear
No, I've
whether
not.
he used it.
I have not.
Because I have it on him, does that mean I cannot put it on anyone else?
You can put it on multiple people. You just can't put it on the same person. You can't stack it if they already have inspiration. You can put it on someone else, though.
Okay.
And Big Tomb will still have it.
Then since he's next, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Ono as well.
Ooh!
Alright, tell me how you would like to inspire him. Are you still playing Master of Puppets on your lyre?
I am still playing Master of Puppets, but now I am going to dance as well.
Okay, so as you're playing
You
Master of
headbanging?
Puppets, Ono kind of just like scrambling to try and hide himself. He kind of hears this music coming from the trees.
I'm jamming. I'm like, I was already rocking my head, and I look over. I'm like, oh, Irini's bopping. Oh, well then this is hell yeah. I'm bopping too.
Yeah, what's your dance, Irene? Are you just like thrash metal headbanging as you're doing it now?
Full on headbanging.
Thrash metal
Everywhere.
horn banging.
She's
Yeah.
like mosh pitting in her own circle. She's like made her own circle.
Yes. Full leg kicks, everything. Full mosh.
The one person mosh, which I have seen in person. Sadly.
Heck yeah.
Well, sorry, I've seen 2-person mosh. Number 1.
I am inspired.
Alright, anything else you want to do?
No.
Alright, that is going to bring us to Ona.
Oh boy, that's a D6, right?
You have an extra d6.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay.
Thumb through notes, looking. Big Bird. Big Tune's over there doing stuff. Okay, I'm going to wiggle my way around. Let me do this with the ruler, right? I want to get... Hold on. Right? How do I do? I want to move. Move me. Move me. Nope. Not ruler. Click on my dude. Yeah. Click. Move. I just want to move around the trees in between the two trees. What am I doing wrong? Measure distance.
You'll just be able to drag him.
You have to, if you haven't already, you got to go back up to the 4 square corners
Got it.
to be able to
Oh, here we go.
walk it.
There we go. Okay. So...
Yeah, it's a little finagling. I promise Foundry is worth it, guys.
I don't know. I'm not having the issues yet.
Is it what are you doing? Oh no. I wanna move, but it's making things around me. What have I
Oh.
done?
Yeah. So you're just drawing circles around yourself.
I know, like not trying to, I just wanna move.
I was able to just use my arrow keys.
Can I? Oh my gosh. Would it be that simple?
Might still have to be on that select tokens one, which is the top of the second one. Second column, I guess, technically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. So disregard that weird little circle I left there. That's just arcane ethereal pooting. I pooted. I'm wiggling in between these trees because I assume these are just smaller trees than this big one.
That is correct.
And I'm like leaning in to the right of this tree. And yeah, let me make sure target is selected for another boof. Select target, boof the smooth. And then another firebolt.
Your attack will be with advantage this time.
Okay. Advantage. Oh wait, because of your guiding bolt, yeah. And then I gotta add something else in my. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah.
So I gotta type it all out, right? Yeah, 1 d20 plus plus numbers plus.
You should just be able to do it under your attack option. It should ask you if you want advantage when you make the roll. And
Well,
then you
yeah,
can-
but I wanted to add the
you can do
bardic
that
inspiration.
You can do a situational bonus and just add 1d6.
Oh, it
to the
just I can
damage.
type in 1d6. Oh,
Yep,
sick.
and it'll
Okay,
add it to your attack roll.
Sweet. Okay,
Save you a
cool.
little
I thought I
time,
had
you
read it. Okay. Avantage with the d6. Whoosh!
Alright, yeah, so you peek your head around the tree and firing from your fingers. I almost just envision this Yu Yu Hakusho style, personally.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I'm like whipping around.
the fire
finger
from your-
point- Yep.
2 fingers,
That's the fire gun, right?
hitting it right square in the chest. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Let's not tell him right in front of us.
I'm not. It's not that he. Hold on, wait. You didn't throw any explosive boom boom powder, did you? No, he didn't. Okay, good. Boop.
No, I want to get an attack bonus.
I don't. I highly. Yeah. See, there's no. My firebolt just. And like, it's like a match exploded in his hand.
As it gets hit for damage, you see it like looks down and sees that the damage that it took was minuscule and continues its assault on Big Tuner, preparing for an attack.
Did it just laugh at him? Like,
It lets out a shriek, but Irini would hear it almost as a laugh, yeah.
Yeah, you flarkin' badoon, you stand there or fly there. Yeah.
He says in the distance. Is there anything else you want to do?
I can't hunker down really much anymore. I don't think. I think
he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
check.
worried about me.
I'm on an island by myself. Everybody's in the trees. It's literally like I'm by myself. Yeah. I stay.
Everybody's
Okay.
hiding but me.
That's gonna bring us to Big Tuner,
Alright.
who is the closest person to this this Peryton.
For all this bird knows, realistically, I'm the only person here.
He tried to eat me.
So I'm gonna slide up here
What thought about it?
and whap him with my great sword here.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
What was it? 1d6 for the bardic inspiration.
1d6,
Yep.
yep, for your situational bonus, if you want to do.
Sweet. I sure do. I'm trying to use something.
Nice. So here is how I'm going to change this in Foundry, but what I like doing for crits is we do it at my table that I'm a part of, where it's 1 full die of damage plus a rolled die of damage plus the modifier. So it would be max damage on 1 roll for your die. So if it's a great sword, I think it's a D10, so it'd be 10 damage.
Okay.
Plus a rolled d10, so 10 plus 1d10 plus your modifier. So you roll for damage and we'll add 10 damage to it, basically, I guess.
Okay.
But I'll fix that in the future so it automatically does the crits the way I want to do them.
6 plus 2 plus that bonus. Okay.
Alright, so, Big Tune, you, seizing the moment and feeling the inspiration from Irini, go in feeling very confident in your sword swing, and you get one, as it's trying to attack you with its talons, you kind of move just out of the way so you can get a full sword swing, bringing your sword all the way around, completing the follow through and getting one giant gash across the front of this thing's chest. It is bleeding profusely. It is very, very wounded.
I softened above you.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Mr. Big Tune?
I move back at all, or
So here's how moving backwards. So you moved up. You
did.
moved up 5 feet. In order for you to, like, you would have, if you back away out of its attack range, it'll get an attack of opportunity against you.
okay.
The other options for like your movement would be like if you wanted to disengage and not have it take an attack of opportunity. I believe you can't take your standard movement, if I'm not mistaken. So if you backed away, it would get an attack of opportunity. But as long as you're within 5 feet of it and you moved somewhere else, it would not get.
Oh,
that
so
attack
like,
opportunity. You can
so
move
as long
around
as I can like scooch down
Yeah, you
or
can
like
move.
upward. Okay.
Yeah, down and around, up and around. If you're within 5 feet of it, it won't get that attack. But the moment you like back away, it'll get that attack of opportunity against you
Okay.
if it wants to.
Just in case my comrades would like to attack, I'm going to twist slightly. And that'll be.
Oh, it's like, yes, take the attention.
All right, perfect. Is there anything else? Is that what you want end of your turn, Big Tune?
Yep.
All right, that'll bring us to Ibrin.
So, the bird is currently up in the air, correct?
It is up in the air like about 5 feet, so it's like hovering above the ground right now. Attacking Big Tune ferociously with its talon.
Like
Oh.
he's got his attention and not paying
Yes,
attention.
Exactly.
How high can my guy jump?
Your person can jump. It's really weird how jumping works in D&D. You can jump up to your strength score. So if your strength score is a 10, you can jump 10 feet. It is.
So I can jump. So I can jump 12 feet.
Wait, that's forward.
No,
I think it's half
I-
that if it's height.
I thought it was your like the modifying number. Like
Let me look it up. DM pro tip.
No, it's the actual strength number.
You're right.
So if your strength is 10, you can jump 10 feet. If it's 15, you can jump 15.
Now, here's the thing. I show my age. I don't know if it's in the PHB or if it's in the Dungeon Master, but I think I think you can find the answer in both. This is going to test my knowledge, too. Because I don't remember.
Strength determines how far you can jump. If you're looking to jump up into the air, you can jump in the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet on foot before the jump. If you're doing a standing jump, you can only jump half that distance. So 3 plus your strength modifier would be how far you can go if you move 10 feet first. If you're looking to just jump up into the air, like right where you are, it's going to be half of that.
What's your strength modifier?
12.
So that's your strength score. Your
No,
modifier would be
modifier
plus
is
1.
2. Or +1, yeah.
Oh.
So that's 4 feet.
4 feet if you move 10 feet first, 2 feet.
That's
If you-
close. Bro, that's closing the distance. What are you swinging? He goes a dagger.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a dagger. I've got a short sword, but
Wrangle that bird. Jump and wrangle that bird.
can I use Big Tomb as a like catalyst, like catapult myself? I don't know.
Are you trying to like jump over Big Tune, like over his like body?
No,
to
so
get-
my original thought was I was gonna sneak in the woods, come up behind it, use a sneak attack, and then just double dagger it in the chest where his gaping wound was. But if he's up in the air 5 feet and I can only jump 4, I don't want to really
Well, I mean,
miss.
it's
Yeah, but you can
it's-
reach.
You can reach 5 feet.
Like a
into the air with your
it's a
character.
48-inch vertical.
Yeah. Like, bro, you got ups. How tall are you?
6'2".
Bro,
You
come
can
on.
reach it where it's at up in the air without having to jump.
Okay.
Stab him in the brain at that
He's literally just like essentially like 5 feet. He's just like hovering above the ground.
You
So,
want to borrow
like,
my stealth?
he's just using his wings to keep himself in the air.
That's
So
it. Just wait.
essentially, I would use dash to get behind him.
Okay, so bonus
And
action
then-
dash, I assume.
Yep. And then
Okay.
basically, once I'm within the 5 feet, I would jump and just try to put both daggers in his chest where Big Tomb made his slashing damage.
Sneaking up his grundle?
Okay,
So
so
it's
if
gonna be
you
a little
wanted to
tough
do
to stab him
your
in the chest
da-
like that.
yeah, so you because how attacks would work because you don't have extra attack, you'd be able to do like 1 dagger right now because you used your bonus action, the dash. Like you could do it. Combat's fun. There's like you could fight with 2 weapons if you had your bonus action yet. You could do like a dagger with one and then a dagger in your offhand with the other. But using your bonus action to dash would mean you only can attack with 1 dagger, but you could still do that dagger the way you wanted to. Like you're at a point where you're flanking, so you would have advantage on that attack. I would say you could like maneuver yourself where you'd be able to try and attack it where the wound was. But,
So in theory, does a dagger do more damage at that range, or would my ability to equip a short sword and do the same thing do more damage?
Well, I mean, the thing is, you snuck up on it. Like, he has its focus. He's technically like not paying attention, so it would be.
He's not even aware of your existence.
Yeah,
so
if you're using your dagger, you get your sneak attack.
if you use a short sword, you'll also get the sneak attack because it's a finesse
Yeah.
weapon.
But you don't have that equipped. You don't have that out.
Okay, so
Also, that begs
Yeah,
the
it's just a
question:
dagger.
does that are you using like equipping and unequipping a weapon as an action, DM?
So if you were like to unequip one and re-equip another, I'm using that as just one interaction. You're just switching weapons, so it'd be like
Okay.
almost a seamless transition between the two. If you're trying to like pull out two weapons, you would need to use like there's a special feat for that, but like to do like go from a short bow to a dagger or a short bow to whatever or something else to a short bow, that's just one fluid transition. That'd be your interaction.
Cool. Do what you
So-
want to do.
I am going to equip one of my daggers. I see my homeboy is about to get taloned up. I'm flanking around. I'm going to use my dagger to jump up, and I'm going to just try to pierce him right in the heart, right where Big Two made his slashing mark, and see what we can do.
All right.
So
I want you to roll a perception check before you make your attack to see if you know where the heart is on this thing, because I don't think it's a creature you've encountered before. So the heart might not be where you think it is. Let's see if you get
It's
it.
in his foot.
well,
Hey, for all you know.
It's in
I mean,
his butt.
I'm aiming where he's bleeding, so I'm
Okay.
hoping that's the
I'll say-
area.
Okay.
I say I don't give a fuck. I'm going center mass.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
ruin the feathers.
You're not 100% sure where the heart is. You just know that there's a big bleeding wound in the front.
You're not even sure if it's a bird.
All right.
It's a beautiful boat.
This is a weird cat.
Or the, or me with Luther's buddy. Wow, that thing's tall.
You just know he's taller than you. That's right.
So I'm trying to click on my dagger, and it's not letting me do anything
Did you target the creature?
from
Yeah, you
before.
will.
Yeah.
Well, you have to retarget him once you move.
Every time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dagger. Attack. You said I get advantage?
You get advantage because you're flanking with Big Toon right now.
Forcing him.
Woof!
Yeah, I think that might hit.
Woof!
Yeah, 22 is gonna hit. Roll for damage if you can.
If you sure.
Shoo, 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 shoo.
Damage. Critical hit or normal?
It'd be
Normal.
normal.
Crit is when you 20. Roll a 20.
Alright, so something else you can do right now is because you are a rogue. Because you have advantage, if you would like to apply sneak attack, that would be an extra
Yeah.
1d6 of damage you could apply too.
Roll that d6 on top of that beast.
I will do that as well.
Please farm those dice, baby.
Rogues and pallies, they're just dice, constant.
Oh, I gotta do that.
You forgot the size. No, you gotta roll a d6.
What the hell is 1d6?
Like what?
Yo!
Do-do.
Bam! 13.
Nice.
Alright,
Fucking this bird up.
so, Ibrin, you get the first of this campaign. How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
I get the what?
You get the how do you want to do this, the first one of this campaign.
You
You get
murdered
to
him!
essentially decide, like, cinematically, how you want to handle its death because you did the slaying blow. So, however you want to describe it, you get it. You get it because it's the boss monster. So,
Ibrin jumps from behind, grabs him by the neck, and pierces his dagger straight in his chest, rips it as blood flies everywhere. The creature screams, and falls to the ground. As I rise on its back, I've taken care of this. The Peryton is dead.
I run to the corpse.
Yeah, can I immediately try to take one of these horns?
All right, give me 1 second. I will be right back, and we will take care of that. Don't you worry. But yes, you can move up to the creature.
I just want to find it.
Hold on, wait. I like pull out all my notes and start a fresh page and just begin to document.
I was gonna say you gotta take another screenshot of the damn thing.
Yeah, well, yes, essentially. But we're gonna dissect this thing. We're gonna see how well if I can like do some anatomy on it and see what we can actually glean that might actually be profitable later down the road, or maybe help us along our journey. We are going to try to take it successfully. And then I begin to like signal for Irini, because out of the entirety of the group, I have no one else to look to who might be more nature inclined than her or Bictoon.
As you're worrying about that, I look at you and just tell you, either way, I'm taking one of these horns.
Hell yeah, but just wait, because there might be a cleaner way to take care of this. Hold on. And I'm obviously we can't do rolls, but oh crap, man.
Roll all the things.
I know. Roll all the things while the DM's not here.
Okay, I'm back.
First of all, Dakota, how close was I to killing that?
You were very close.
Damn it.
Like, you were very close.
Probably
I'll just leave it.
single digits, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It also didn't help that the burb rolled really shitty in initiative and he was the last to go.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't have the ability to get advantage on his initiative roll, so
Sucks for him.
He was at the bottom. But yeah, you guys did great.
Not a fan of Master of Puppets. So.
We'll also say my character, as the breath of the Peryton takes its final breath, I would say something like peaceful and calming, like "Rest easy now, and may peace be with you," or something.
Requiescat de pace.
May the force be with you.
Say some Assassin's Creed shit.
No, yeah, just do the whole. Oh, John, that's what you should have done. You should have done the entire. Boondock Saints.
Oh fuck.
No me apache de Felix. Let's make it something.
Okay,
shit.
let's not do too much copywritten stuff before we get dinged. So
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
getting yelled at.
if
Okay.
I am remembering correctly, because I do that sometimes, Bictoon wanted to try and harvest one of the horns, and Ono, what were you all wanting to try and
I'm
harvest?
ultimately trying to do I'm trying to examine before we start rending this creature bit by bit. I'm trying to examine, one, is this nature check, basically overall nature check. I want to make sure that we are going to harvest this creature appropriately and take what is actually useful to us.
Okay, go
Since
ahead and roll them.
I killed it, don't I get to go first?
Well, I mean, that is entirely a group decision here, how we would like to handle it. You did the decisive blow. If you wanted to begin doing what you wanted to do as Ono was running up.
Yeah, I'm like running. As I'm running, I'm like, wait.
So it's up to you if you would wait for Ono or if you would begin harvesting. Whatever you want to do.
I would just want to take one of its multicolored feathers because it looks like it goes like blue, green, orange. But then I would ask the group, we probably could get some sort of reward. Maybe we should take the head of with it to the nearest town.
That's like I catch up. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on.
Stretching through the snow.
I don't know if it's gonna start decomposing quickly or not. So we have to examine it. Can I examine it, please?
Yes.
Sweet. I throw all my notes down, on the layer of ice. I throw my pad and everything down, and I will make a nature check. Oh, that's so close.
You ain't gonna know nothing.
It's a big bird.
It's a big bird, and you know that in your past experiences, really there's a couple essential organs that would decompose relatively fast, usually the eyes of the creature. But everything else you might have maybe about an hour before things maybe start to smell, based off of what it's composed of, like deer and eagle and other things, but as far as this specific creature, you're not really sure how long it actually takes.
And then just could I real quick make an Arcana check to see if this is a magical creature of any substance?
Yeah, you could.
Please. Please be good. Please be much better. Okay, not any better. Alright. Crap.
I mean, when, like, you kind of remember what Big Tomb was saying, like, just how big Perytons were something that, like, they were always told to avoid. But as far as magical, you know that, like this creature seems to be resistant to a lot of different, like, normal types of damage. But it's somewhat fey in origin, coming from, for sources you really can't tell what originated the Peryton, but it's considered fey as far as origins is concerned. And that's really about what you get from it with your Arcana check right now.
With the 13, would I associate this as being natural to this habitat or as a result of Oriel and her influence? Or am I just like, meh, it's a bird?
These creatures can make homes in pretty much any climate except for really the desert, because they like having the trees to roost in. So any place that has trees, you can usually find Perytons. They're not really affected by super cold or super hot weather.
Okay.
If that helps.
Cool. That does. So then I pull out my saw and I hold it up in the air and I go, okay, this will be easier than brute force.
Oh, so. And I'll take it and give it a good old hack it. Hack it and whack it and smack it.
Alright, I want you to roll a sleight of hand check.
Start pulling out tools so we can start dissecting this as best as we can. Yo!
Could be worse.
I would say you're successfully able to, because if you were going for the antler, I would say you were successfully able to harvest that antler, and you could add a Peryton antler to your inventory.
Since Nick's got a great sword, can I have him chop the head? Because I feel like there might be a reward for killing the animal in the next town or next towns. So I feel like we have proof that we killed it. That might bring some more gold for us on our party.
Well, let's think about how easy it is to transport an entire head versus maybe I was thinking maybe a talon, like, or the clawed foot. It might be lighter. We could strap it to someone's back rather than carrying a bleeding head. Although heads are cool. As I start plucking feathers.
I want the head.
So we're looking to remove the head?
Yes, sir. And do we know if, like, this animal would be consumable, I guess?
What do you say?
We're in a tunnel?
Yeah, like, are you, like, throwing wood chips into your, like, garbage disposal? What's going on?
That was a big tune there.
Didn't say anything. It might have been me typing, but that's about it.
That was
You
violent
type aggressive.
typing.
Placing blame?
I warned you guys.
I'm basically asking if, like, since we just got done with battle, is this something we could maybe, like, eat as a reward, you know, get a fire going, type stuff like that? Or is this something to just, great, we killed it, but don't eat it type thing?
Are you saying to the group?
Yeah.
I mean, outwardly as the group, I would be like, well, we should probably harvest what we can and then move along before the scavengers get to it.
True.
Yeah, cool with that. I got what I wanted.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's nest is around or anything like that? Maybe there's some loot from dead travelers we might be able to take as well.
You certainly can. Before we get that far, Irini or Aethros, are either of you planning on doing anything?
It's behind the trees.
Y'all are just chilling in the trees. Irenia's like chilling out with her fingers.
Playing Master of Puppets was really, really hard on her fingers.
Yeah,
Just like
plunged her
cooling-
finger
Yeah,
into
it
the
was.
snow.
But it was awesome.
I just gathered myself. I'll slowly make my way to the group. No, I do not want anything off of the demon.
Gotta poke my head up.
Oh, is this gauche? Are we offending anybody else in the group? Is this weird to anybody else in the group? No takers? Nobody's? Okay. All right, cool.
All right.
I go back to taking notes.
Ibram, if you wanted to make that perception check, you could at this point.
Yo!
As you kind of take a look around, looking for, like maybe if it had a nest nearby, you honestly don't find you don't find a nest for this creature anywhere within this vicinity here. As you're kind of looking for it, Ono kind of chimes in too, and between Ono and Bigtoon kind of make mention that these things can travel as far as up to 3-4 miles from its nest looking for food. It's entirely possible that this nest is nowhere around here.
I mean, if we're thinking realistically, too, Ibran, like, he probably...
And I like lift up a leg and check the gender of this thing and I go,
Yeah, it's male. He probably has gone out no further than less 10 miles at the furthest. I mean, let's be realistic. It's cold out here.
Good boy.
And he did make a very specific request for a human heart. Which is kind of biased because I don't think we have very many humans in the party.
Aethos.
Well, I know that it's just Aethros. So it's kind of like he pinpointed Aethros. I have a decent heart. I mean, look at Bigtoon. He's a fucking Lionel.
Yeah, so I'm a big idiot.
Go back to notes.
Yeah, so at this point, Aethos comes over because he was just completely oblivious to everything that was going on in the last 10 minutes or so. Are both the wings still there by chance?
Oh my god.
Yes, they are.
I want to try and rip them off with my bare hands and first try that.
So I'm definitely examining one of the wings.
Right out of his hand.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Roll an athletics check.
Athletics.
Wow, it must have 17 different muscles in this area, and gotta have the hollow bones and all that. We could harvest some of the bone. What?
As you're like going over this wig and kind of like analyzing it and like kind of scribbling down notes with a free hand almost, you see Aethos just kind of walk out very confident in his demeanor and tries to just rip the wings off of this thing and doesn't really make much purchase.
Ripped a bunch of feathers off.
Like,
Yeah, you pull,
you
like,
ruined
two
the flight
handfuls of
wings.
feathers.
Oh, oops.
I mean, it's not like he's gonna fly again, but I mean,
Can I still try and rip the wing entirely off?
If you still want to go
Like,
for
my guy
it,
really wants to.
make this next athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Crit.
Woo!
Ooh. Disadvantage, though.
You feel inside the wings themselves, somewhere on like the right wing, maybe a couple sections of muscle tear, but they don't come off. They're still on there pretty good.
Okay. At this point, Aethros gives up. He's upset. He thought he was stronger than he really is.
That,
Just
moving
like you
that
don't
table
fit.
really got you.
Yeah. He goes back to his tree.
well, I mean, there's muscle and sinew, and Aethros, you don't have to be. Oh man, jeez.
Bigtoon, rip him off a wing. He's upset. Come on.
Don't rip it off in front of him. Jeez, at least cut it. Then make it look like he did most of the work.
You walk away. Can I try?
Oh God.
As he's walking away back towards his tree, make an athletics check.
Oh, fuck.
Bitch out.
So you decide to target the right wing, the one that had a couple muscles that were maybe torn a little bit, and you're able to rip the wing off with a very loud like popping noise as the bone kind of comes out of its joint that it was in. Blood poured everywhere, like you're all over your armor. Ibrin almost like he's like kind of analyzing what to do next, and he has like a little bit of blood splatter that gets like on his glove or something. You're able to get a wing off.
I
But
begin to
it's
press
gory
to
as heck.
shade all the blood off of us.
As I do this, then I call out to Aethros. Hey, Aethros!
Oh
Got
God!
it for you.
I'm gonna do a perception check because I'm pretty upset, moping
No!
around. Oh, yeah, I definitely get it.
This is the thing you see.
Yeah. Woo! How'd you get that off?
Oh,
Oh, so you're stronger than me. Okay.
No, there was a laterus muscle, and you had the whole dislocated. Oh gosh.
saw that you really wanted it, and I had to try to make sure that it happened.
So
So I
now
can
that
have
it's laid
Absolutely.
down, how big is that wing?
I'm gonna say the wingspan itself. So like the creature with like closed wings and being within proximity of you would take up about. I want to say the creature itself is probably like going on about 10 feet, like 7 to 8 feet long, about 4 feet wide. With the wing outstretched, you're looking at probably an additional like fully outstretched like flight and gliding. You're looking at about probably 10, 12 feet long. It's a big wing. It's a big boy.
So basically, curled up on probably Bigtoon's back, it looks like a fucking surfboard nearly.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Wow,
Trophy.
I'm gonna go ahead and give that straight to Aethros because I want nothing to do. That I already got my trophy.
I start jumping with joy when he hands it to me. I get really happy.
As you jump with joy, you start feeling yourself with that extra weight, just sinking into the snow a little bit.
How
Bringing
much
that
does it actually
surface
weigh?
I mean,
So I want to know if I can actually carry it.
well, I mean, realistically, it's a bird. It's
Yeah,
a large bird.
Yeah,
It's
hollow
not-
wing, though.
Yeah, the weight of this wing is not as much as what you would anticipate it being. It
It's
was just
probably
attached
pretty
very,
heavy.
very well when you were trying to rip it off.
Okay.
That's a
Close.
trophy.
And in that
Yeah.
same vein, then, how much would my horn weigh?
But the horn itself is not hollow. So the horn, I
Right.
would say, geez, how much does an average antler weigh? I don't even freaking know.
I mean, if we're talking about like a pointed buck, if we're talking about like, let's say a 10-point buck, it's probably like
probably 10 or 12 points right there, based on
Your
the
antlers can vary in weight from 3 to 9 pounds.
yeah,
token.
like
We're gonna go 5. 5
Okay.
A bull or elk looks like about 20.
yeah.
Moose 40.
Holy traps!
Yeah, but those
Oh.
are big antlers.
Yeah.
This
I'd
is
say
a big
about-
bird.
About 5 pounds for the antler for the Peryton.
Okay. Can I please make a dexterity check for trying to cull as much viable protein off of this bird for us to ration?
Sure, let's do it.
Like all the wing muscle we ripped apart.
I mean, like, dark meat, light meat, we're just
Pretty sure.
food. Just
Kitty like
trying to
meat.
think food.
Kitty like num-nums. Pick this fucking clean.
So as you take the time to, how much time do you want to dedicate to this? I guess
So-
is the question.
I have all my notes out. I have, while they're ripping the bird wing off and the antlers getting sawed off, I have taken notes. I have documented as much as I possibly could. While everyone was like manhandling it and so forth, I was like checking for all the, sweet spots and trying to avoid like essentially cutting a bile sac. I go for like lower leg meat because I know that's what's easier and quick to harvest, and I just begin to kind of cut away as best as I can and harvest as much as you feel fit. But enough for the party.
I would say that the amount, if you're looking like for a ration equivalent, I would say that in the span of about, I'd say between, let's go about 40-ish minutes, like total, start to finish.
Yeah, that's plenty enough time for
You
us to
could
screw
give
around with
yourself,
that thing.
you could get yourself about, for each person, about 2 to 3 days worth of rations. He had just eaten a meal, and he was
Yes!
a relatively meaty bird deer.
Awesome. So, sweet. And I pull... Fuck, this is going to be hard to carry. Who wants to carry the meals for the next 2 days?
Plenty of room.
I mean, realistically, either if we get to town and it's still fresh while it's cold out here, I don't suspect... I didn't get any provisioning crap. Preserving crap. Don't worry about that. But it's cold, so either we eat tonight hearty as soon as we bed down, and then we sell the rest off if we get into town, because I'm sure somebody wants this. Plus that trophy. Yes!
Yeah, I can carry it.
Sick! So I pull
Yeah,
out
Exactly.
the leather we just picked up, and I begin to like roll up the divvied out meat like in one big bundle, tie it off, and kind of cut the leather. So I think you gave me 30-ish feet, no, 2 yards-ish of leather or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 square yards.
2 square yards, yeah. So like I'll an entire yard is dedicated to just meat holding at this moment.
Definitely
Okay.
carry that if need be.
And I tie it off and I go, bam! Here we go! Food! Alright guys, good work. We're pretty darn good!
So,
Is
so-
my sword long enough to chop this head off, or is Big Tim gonna have to do it with his great sword?
You are more than
Just an
welcome to
axe.
try with any weapon, but you
Like
feel
a
as
swing
though
of
a
big
greatsword
blades.
might be a little bit better for making purchase.
Maybe give it a
Should
shot.
I just try and rip its head off?
I pull back the other wing and kind of position it before and try to prop up the other antlers so that if he does miss, at least he'll pop the antler off. And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like 10 steps back.
So who's swinging? Me or you?
You. I would ask you to chop this beep's head off.
What kind of athletics again, Dakota?
Make an athletics check.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, at least
So-
get the antler clean.
So you're preparing to like chop this thing's head off from like I'd say right about like the nape of the neck area, and as you go in, you kind of I don't know you kind of get distracted for a moment as Ono is kind of running away, and as you go in to cut this Peryton's head off, you miss where you were trying to make purchase, and instead like cleave like right into the side of the neck, not even going like straight up and down, like into the side, more blood pouring out from the like not like oozing but like dripping from where the wound is. You miss your purchase entirely.
You hit the jowls. Ah, no.
Thought I did scalp him on accident.
Could I use
Buried the
first
antler
sword?
deeper.
What was
Could I
that?
carry or use Nick's sword?
Are you I mean you for Nick's weapon, like you could carry it. I don't
Two-handed
think rogues are
greatsword.
proficient in great swords.
Yeah.
It's a big weapon. I don't think you would have disadvantage because I don't think you're.
He just wouldn't get proficiency with it.
Yeah.
And if it's you don't have proficiency in great swords. It's not that you couldn't carry it. Just when you would roll to attack, you wouldn't get your proficiency bonus. Is essentially what it would be.
Damn, I was gonna be like, all right, give me that. Let me try. But I'll take my short sword, and since Nick so effortlessly started it, I'm gonna aim to just clean cut it through. I want this head. I want this trophy.
Oh,
No, there is.
Right? Ebrin, you kind of take his sword and you're like, let me show you what I wanted done. And you just like take it and you're able to cleave the head. It takes a little more effort because Big Tune is a bit more muscly than what you are. You're able to cleave the head. The head is available for your taking at this point.
speaking of, how many rations am I holding?
You
down?
everybody. I'm erring on the lower side by God's preference, so everybody technically gets 2 rations. We have 10 total.
Okay, 10 more.
He said like 2.5 to 3. I'm just erring on the side of like 2.
How heavy's the head?
It would be with, bones and muscle and the blood still oozing out. I would say carrying the head itself, you're going to be looking at about an additional 20 pounds altogether. Maybe 25.
You can like strap it with the antler.
Yeah, I'm basically just gonna grab it by its antler, throw it over my back, and just say, "All right, let's head off to Targos."
I take a quick look at the sky. Obviously, it's not the time correctly, but we battled a couple of rounds, so probably it's almost 5 o'clock instead of 5:30.
But it did take you about between 30 and 40 minutes worth of
Oh,
food
yeah, that's
to get
right.
to this point. So I'd say the time actually is pretty accurate. About 5:30 in the
Okay.
afternoon.
Perfect. Okay. So it's getting dark. We should probably trek for. We've already only traveled for what, like an hour or 2, 2 hours,
About an hour and a half.
hour and a half. Oh man, it's gonna get dark here pretty soon. So we either make the choice to continue to push on through the night as far as we can, or we bed down away from the carcass and camp. Questions, comments, concerns? Anybody?
Don't remember how far it was from Termalane to Targos.
Without looking at the map, I think it was. You said something around like 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours. I think.
It was 4 hours to Targos, 6 hours if you went from Terramalaine and took the route and went to Bryn Shander instead of Targos. So
Yeah, but
Targos
we're
to Bryn
going
Shander is
straight
about 2 hours, but Terramalaine to Targos is 4.
Okay, yeah. So we have like maybe about another half hour, maybe 45 minutes to Targos. Probably, I'm guesstimating.
We should try to go there.
So
We
you
can
traveled about
push.
an hour and a half already, so that'd be 2.5 hours of travel.
Okay.
to Targos.
So we'll
Okay.
be there as night is officially fully falling.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
like the sun that is illuminating at the end of the horizon disappears, you'll probably arrive at Targos.
I think we can make it.
Yeah, I think we should press on if everybody's good.
I'm fine with that.
Nobody's hurt. Everybody's okay.
He almost hit me.
Sick. All right,
I
I
got
press to
the-
digitate all the blood off of us as best as I can. Those who are carrying bloody messes, I will, along the way, press to digitate them as best as I can clean.
Okay.
I'm walking into town rolling like a serial killer.
Yo!
Yeah, as we are continuing our travel south from Terramalaine to Targos, I want 2 people to make perception checks,
Oh!
Can do that.
and whoever is deciding to lead the party, I want you to make a survival check.
All right, I
I am not. What is it called? I'm proficient in survival, so I can lead us.
I'm decent with my perception, so I will roll a perception check.
So have an advantage in perception.
So, if I'm leading, do I do both rolls? Is that what it is? Or
Yes,
is
you
it?
can. Yes.
Okay.
Or yes, you would, I should say, because if you're leading,
I would,
you're
okay.
the one leading
I
us
would-
through the snow, and you're.
I would
also
have to be the.
keeping up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then. Hopefully, I see something.
Yo, yes.
And then survival.
Yo.
All right.
All right.
The proud lion leads on.
Big Tune and Ono as you're walking kind of Big Tune leading the party down the pathway that you were crossing before. As you're walking away from the Peryton, you do see other bird-like creatures high in the sky that seem to, once you disappear over the next hill and away, kind of swoop down, you assume, to casino that remains. Overall, your trip, you do see the clouds beginning to set in from the direction that you're coming from. It appears that the weather appears, the direction that it flows it can vary by the day. However, the sun always maintains its distance in the far horizon, just barely visible. You don't run into you don't see anything else out of the ordinary on your way to Targos. It's just a long trek on foot. Big Tune, as you find a couple of times where the party is like about to veer off course, you kind of have to readdress, like, as you see some people maybe venturing out a little too far, like no, we have to, like, this is the path we have to follow. This is the path that's most well beaten in. You can tell because the snow is blah blah blah, like not too deep here. It's packed down. And as the sun begins to set in the horizon, the dim light that it gives off for the most of the day turning into a bit of a farther darkness, Aethros, you kind of feel the length of your dark vision. Like, anybody who has dark vision would begin to feel that begin to set in as you reach your final hilly destination. Over the horizon and down the hill, seeing the settlement of Targos, a walled city on the port of the I guess on one section of the Mare de Walden, currently coated in ice. If you look at the map of 10 towns, it'll give you a visual of what it looks like.
Okay.
That's the gate in the southwest corner there.
Yes. So the road that you're coming on is the one from Termalaine. So at one point you would have seen that the road branched off, maybe a sign in the road pointing to Bryn Shander, heading the opposite direction, with Targos maybe being about another half an hour in the direction the sign's pointing, leading you right up to the southern gate. Leading you to Targos.
Ebrin, put your hood up. Your eyes are glowing.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. As I throw my hood over and it covers my eyes.
As we
What's
the whole time, every time I'm like between like cleaning and press, I'm like warming everyone to keep everyone comfortable.
I was gonna say, are you like Ash Ketchum? Or you just like every time we get into battle, you just hood comes out?
More or less, red eyes creep people out, and it's not something that's common in this world.
Oh, why?
It's time to do. I'm just whip it down.
That's not Pokemon at that point. That's Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's what I was trying to avoid mostly.
Yeah, it's all right.
What I was trying to say without saying it.
Red eyes, white dragon. Ah!
Red eyes, Ebrin dragon.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so we are approaching the southern gate that is closed, you said?
The southern gate itself is currently closed by a portcullis. You do see two guards with torches standing outside. You do see that there are two towers, one on each side of this portcullis structure, with torches illuminating the sides there. As you actually approach the gate, you do see that every so often, when like the direction of the wall itself begins to kind of change, there is another tower of sorts. And these towers stretch all the way around the city of Targos. It appears that they keep there's a city watch that kind of keeps eyes on the outside of the city at all times of day.
Okay.
As we approach, then I guess since I'm leading us, I will call out to the guards upon the parapets.
Wait.
Oh,
Let's get our story straight, just in case they're rough with us. Also, do you want to sell the meat? Maybe that might be our buy-in. Like, hey, we're traders, we're selling our meat. Or we're just rushing in, we're going to go catch a dude who's killing. How do you guys want to play this?
good call. Yeah, we can come in under the guise of trading.
I mean, we do have a fresh kill on us.
We can also trade, too.
Yeah.
Not trade.
Because, I mean, like, we have trophies. We could make it a little bit easier on us getting in. Maybe getting some info.
Yeah, I'm cool with that if everybody else is.
Right, that's a good idea.
It's fine by me.
Okay,
right.
do your thing, Big Tune.
All right, yeah, then I call out to the guards. You there? We are requesting passage into the town here. We have some things that we would like to trade to potentially benefit your city as well as us.
Good job.
How far away are you when you want to make this call?
I mean, not like staring at the door and the door only, but certainly, you know, like right about where me, Targos and I.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
keep the face with the door
I'm not
screen.
screaming.
yeah, like, I mean, there's guards. You said there's guards
Yeah, you got
down
guard
on
station.
ground level,
There's
right?
2 guards that are standing post outside just outside
Oh,
the
then yeah.
portcullis.
So yeah, then we're normally hailing them. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say
I'm
within
screaming
about
at them.
60 feet.
Yeah, you're like screaming in their face, "Hail, guard!"
As you hail towards these people, there's a small pause before you see one of them kind of begin moving towards you. Halt! Where do you hail from?
I step in real quick and I go, "We are a subsidiary of the Thousand Hands Traveling Caravan. We are an offshoot. We are, essentially manufacturers and crafters ourselves, but we happened upon a very nice hunt." And I wedge to like pull. Who's carrying the wing on their back?
Aethros.
Aether, like I try to whip Aethros around and be like, "We have felled a mighty beast in your wilds,
I
and
guess
we
I
wish
can-
to trade."
I will hold up my horn as well then.
Like, waving like a flag above my head.
That is it's quite an interesting catch you have there. Where'd you say what merchant group did you say you were from again?
We're the Thousand Hands Traveling Caravan. We're a subsidiary of them.
Hold on just a moment. And he kind of yells back, "I need to know, was the Thousand Hands plan to make their way through Targos today? Someone have a ledger?" And you kind of hear like a chain reaction of shouts to various guards. First the
cheese and
person by the
crackers.
door, and then they kind of lean in. There's other guards on the other side of the portcullis who they kind of lean into, and it changed through for about a brief moment. "I'm gonna have to hold you here for just a moment. I need to verify that this was a planned transaction."
As he says that, I go, No, we're not supposed to be on the schedule today. We've arrived early." And I pull 10 gold out of my pocket with my papers, and I flash the gold in my hand very quickly. No, we've arrived early. Again, we're a subsidiary of the Thousand Hands. We're just here to trade our quick wares that we've had caught.
Make a persuasion check.
Please, oh 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 please. Okay.
You said you're a what now? A subsidiary?
Yes, we work with the Thousand Hands Traveling Caravan. I myself work with the Manufacturing Guild over there. We've just an offshoot. We're actually on an errand. We're not actually supposed to stop here. We just felled this beast, and we're currently just trying to offload our wares so we can continue. I hope that's not going to be an issue, as I assume we've closed the distance between each other.
Yeah, I would say at this point he is within about 20 feet of your party, still on his approach.
Screaming.
And then I go, like, "You can see here on my papers," and I let him palm the gold as he looks at my papers.
So as you it's like sliding someone secretly a dollar bill.
I'm a
Just kinda
gnome, like I'm on the ground. He's got to
yeah,
lean
he has
down.
to lean down to kind of grab your.
That's the bench. The bench warmers. I am 12.
I'm 12.
You're here early.
Yes, a few days early. Our group isn't supposed to arrive. I don't know if we've actually sent missive this way to let you guys know. Again, we're just an offshoot. We're just dropping off wares. I hope that's all right.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Appreciate it.
Let me go talk to my fellow guardsmen.
Oh,
I'll
and
get
I
this.
roll.
What was that?
I roll the gold out of my hand into his.
He gives you an affirmative nod and takes a walk back. If you see the portcullis open, you'll know you're allowed entry.
I appreciate it. Your name was?
The name's Barn.
Barn. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Appreciate it yourself. And he begins walking back towards the portcullis. Is there anything in the meantime that anybody would like to do?
I literally turn to the group and I go, be cool, like we owe nobody nothing.
I mean, do we see if they're acting funny? Are they taking, like, aim at us or anything?
You, as he...
Because it sounds like it's like Attack on Titan where they're all on top of the wall just aiming at us. Or
Oh,
looking at
100%.
No, they
I
were-
assume there's fucking, like, bolts ready to fly.
There, you can make a perception check if you wanted to see. There is... let's see. If anybody's curious, roll a perception check.
I mean, I'm always curious, sir.
That makes sense.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Boop. Aethros and I are paying attention, and so Zebran. Yeah, we're all paying attention.
So you, as you kind of take a look and see how this tower is positioned, you really see that the only life that there seems to be on this tower is inside, like on this wall, as inside each of those towers that are illuminated by torchlight. However, you're close enough, especially to see in these front two towers, they don't have any weapons drawn on you, but because the portcullis is down, they really don't seem to have their guard, like, actively up, like if you were compared to like an orcish raiding party. They seem to just, it's late in the evening, we're just trying to make sure we're letting people in who actually seem to, you know, who are supposed to be let in.
Fair.
So there's not guards actively like targeting you with bows and arrows or crossbows or ballista or anything like that.
They're just gate checking us.
Just giving you the vibe check.
Sounds good.
And as a few moments pass, you hear the guards kind of yelling to each other, and slowly you hear the sound of the portcullis raising in the distance.
Wondrous. I like kind of fist bump to the group and then turn around proudly and then pop stilts and begin to walk into town. Let's go, guys. We are welcome.
As we walk in, I'm going to show the guards the dead animal's head. Just kind of creep them out a little bit. I'm not going to actively do it, but like if I see somebody like where they're posted, I'm just going to turn the head to make it look at them. That's it.
We're gonna walk through right by these two dudes, and like you walk up and you're like, check it out.
Ugh.
Yeah, as you walk past the guards here, one of them kind of just like seeing like there's like, you know, not so much that there's like a lot, but like the amount of blood that's still inside this thing is very, very little. So there's like a little trail of like red that's kind of like following you as you like walk down the hill and like step into the town. Small like blood trail, and they kind of look at you and make like a gagging noise, and then the other one just kind of just watches you as you walk by, not really phased. As you enter the city, was everybody going to enter? I assume.
Can I actually stop and turn back real quick and look at one of the...
I was gonna ask Barn a question real quick too.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. As you're about to enter the city, I would say you're at the portcullis at this point.
Warm place to get a drink.
Are you looking for cheap, or are you looking to spend a little money on more quality?
How about you let me know your favorite?
Well, if you're looking for a place that gives you that homey feeling, the Three Flags Sailing Inn over by the piers. It's not a bad place to go, but if you're looking to save yourself a couple cents worth of coin, the Luskan Arms is the inn of the town, and it has decent food and beverage.
Okay, very well.
Just a tavern, Three Flags Sailing, tavern and inn, the Luskan Arms.
Understood. All right. Thank you very much for the tip. We appreciate it.
No problem. Just try to contain the mess. And he sees the, various pieces of Peryton corpse strapped to various people in the group.
We're gonna unload our goods. Actually, is there a general store that normally is frequented, or is there like a tannery or, Fletcher's?
Yeah, I mean, we have a general store. It goes by the name Triglio.
Triglio, love it.
In about the center of town. You head down the main main street here, and then you take a left once all the buildings kind of converge together. Can't really miss it. It's at a corner. Bigger
Wondrous.
building.
Large building, Triclio. Okay, excellent. Ebron?
I'm gonna take the head of the bird off my shoulder and prop it down right at my feet, making it look right at him. And where can we collect the reward for the killing of this creature?
Looks like you have yourself a Peryton. Let me take a look once. Give me just a moment. And he kind of pats the guard on the other side on the shoulder quick. I'm gonna go check the logs, see if there was a bounty on any of these things. I'll be right back. And the guy kind of nods and Barn heads inside. And he disappears almost like inside the wall. Like the wall itself is about I want to say about 15 feet across. There's like a pathway that goes inside the wall besides just on top.
Yeah.
And he steps into
A guard nook.
He behind this door and disappears for a moment. 1 second.
Yes, good call.
Barn coming through with the details. Gotta buy that guy a
Yeah.
drink.
He comes back out and he carries a small piece of parchment that was you can tell it was originally rolled up and had a stamp on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like we had one of these that took out one of the local people in town not that long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. We put out a bounty to try and hunt one down. Seems like there was a couple in the area, but the more we can lower the population, the better. Weird thing about Perytons is they nest together, but their nests can be as far as about 5 miles apart. And we didn't want to take any chances, so yeah, there's a 25 gold bounty.
Bam!
Bringing a dead one of these in. If you want to take it over to Triglio, I'm sure they'll take the corpse off your hands or whatever you have here.
We most certainly will.
And then bring them this letter and they'll pay you for the compensation.
Kind of like
I'll,
nudge him. That's dinner.
I'll take the ledger and thank him for the info. By chance, do you guys know where the Peryton nest might be?
No, unfortunately, we haven't really been able to send a lot of people out lately. Especially, at least right now, with the way the winter's been going. We like to keep our guards a little closer here, especially since the union between the 10 towns is still holding, but something tells me that might disappear, and we'd rather not take the military might out of town if we can avoid it.
What makes you say that might disappear?
He looks around. Well, you didn't hear this from me. And he gives you a very stern look.
Barn's our best friend.
But everyone has a different interpretation of why the cold is lingering as long as it has been. And for some of our 10-town speakers, it's taking a bit more of a draining toll on everything. I'm hearing that the meetings in Brynchander aren't as great as what they've been in the last couple years. Like I said, I'm hoping that things change. I'm hoping that nothing bad happens, but until we know for sure, we don't really want to risk the military might not being here.
I fumble through a bunch of notes, and then I go,
Well, you didn't hear it from us, but does a name Caltro ring a bell?
He thinks about it for a moment. No, not really.
Fair enough.
Does this person have a description? What do they look like?
We hear there's a gentleman running around. Seems like he's walking around in midsummer. But it's the dead of winter here.
Basically, he's walking around in shorts and a shirt. You seen anybody like that?
It does kind of ring a bell.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I want to see if he knows a little or a lot.
Let me. We'll go through what he says, and I'll give you your answer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I guess someone who might fit that bill. I think they came through here a couple days back. Didn't get the name of them, but they worked for like a bodyguard for traveling caravan Targos. The only person who had to sign in on the ledger was the person who led the group. Yeah, they wore very little clothing. It was kind of weird. I thought it was kind of spooky. They left no more than a day later. Torgs went off to wherever it was planning next. But, yeah, they didn't have a lot of clothing now that I think about it. It's cold out here, and they seemed like they were dressed for places like Satonia and Lasos. You know, that area, that temperature.
Far south, over the spine, of course. Yeah, that makes no sense.
Well,
I appreciate it, Barn.
Yeah, if there's something weird going on, don't think it happened here, but that's from what I've gathered. So, anyway, I gotta get back to my watch.
No, fair enough. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
He kind of gives you a nod and begins to return to his post.
Hey, this is so good. I'm like whispering to Ebron as we're like walking and catching up back with the group. So the guards, they either are in on it or they don't know how bad it is.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you that answer.
Oh shit!
You could tell that he was pulling from his, from what he knew from his memory. He didn't know the name of the person. He knew that they traveled with Torgs. And, yeah, you know, they were there a couple days ago.
Okay.
But that's about all he really knew.
Like if it, okay, I'm just like stretching it, but like after the description, did he seem like more on the that was someone to be feared, uncomfortable, like it was creeping him out, or it was like, man, that guy must be a weirdo creeping him out?
I would lean more towards the latter.
Okay, cool.
Just that it was like really, it was off-putting, but the guy didn't seem to give a reason to be concerned beyond that.
Yeah, nobody just walks around the bay, like a Mayor Duldon, like with a t-shirt. That doesn't make sense. Even the guards are worried. This is big. Plus we got 25 gold coming to us. Bam! Good job, Ebron.
Well, let's get heading to Triglo.
Yeah, let's go to Triglo, go get this bounty, go get this cash, go get some more info, gonna go get some cool stuff. Yeah. I'm still like humming the tune that Arini was playing.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you're humming away the tune that she was playing as you guys were in combat. So heading over to Triglio.
Speaking of table here, since we finished combat, are we still all level 2 or did we level up?
You are all still level 2.
Damn.
Okay.
Anybody got anything they want to do before? I mean, anybody comments, questions, concerns?
Well, I think we should offload our haul here and
Victune and Aethros are muted just in case they want to say something.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm good.
Chiming in this whole time.
You've been talking this whole time?
Just chime in here and there, not like full talking.
I was not ignoring you. I physically could not hear you.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I wasn't like actively like asking questions or anything. I just kept like making dumb 2-second comments.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
not
like,
shit. Not like you hadn't missed anything.
I kind of like finger guns to everybody in the group.
Aethros, Arini, Victune, anybody?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Good to
Yeah,
go.
just looking for a place to sleep.
Shout. Yeah, let's go sell this cash and go sleepins and get drinkins. In that order. Not that. No, wait. No.
Maybe in that order.
Maybe.
Alright. So where you heading?
Triglio, should we, one of us, whoever
that?
wants to lead the group?
So is that going to be even open at this point?
Oh, yeah. What time is it? It's like...
8, 9 o'clock?
Ooh, shit.
I would say you're getting beginning on about 8 o'clock at night. As you maybe step out, like, down the walkway leading to Triglio, you kind of walk up towards the door, and you do see that there is still light on. Like, there's still a torch burning brightly in the main area of the room. The windows themselves slightly fogged over from the now growing cold of the more growing cold than in the evening, but visibly inside you can kind of see someone sweeping the floor. But the main light in the room is still burning brightly.
I take a deep breath and I go, okay, I don't want to be rude, but I think we should walk in. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm like jumping for the... Oh, no, I'm on my stilts. Yeah, I try to open the door.
Alright, this door, compared to the ones in Termalane, actually opens relatively easily. So
Yeah.
you are able to open the door.
Doodling. Hi, are you guys still open? We have a bounty to claim and wares to peddle.
So as you open the door and the little bell on the inside kind of goes off, this person who's sweeping kind of turns around. Yeah. I was about to close, but if you have things to sell, I'm more than willing to take a little extra time out of my evening. That's no big deal at all. What did you have in mind?
Wondrous.
Begins stepping back towards his counter.
As soon as he finishes sentence, I'm gonna plop the head right on the table, looking right at him.
You like
This.
walk straight to the counter.
Yep. And I'm gonna slap down the piece of paper and be like, all right, so 25 gold, correct?
You're gonna get right to
Yeah.
business. Jeez.
Takes a moment and he opens up the parchment and looks it over. Sees the as he glances down, he sees the official seal of Targos on the bottom. Yeah. There was a bounty on one of these things. Like a villager got taken out a couple days back. Yeah, and he kind of you see him disappear behind his counter, and the sounds of like a lockbox opening and closing, and he pulls out a handful of coins and then counts them out on the counter for you. Yeah, 25 gold. I believe that was the agreed upon price according to this parchment.
Do I see how filled this little container of gold is? This little safe.
Oh my god.
Take it easy. We haven't even learned this kid's name.
Okay, so you're trying to see or hear how full?
As he's going to the safe to look and opens it up, do I see, like, is it stacked with gold, or does he just have, like, maybe just enough for, like, a reward or two? Or is this thing, like, flowing?
It's below the counter, so if you're gonna, like, look to see, you're gonna have to peer all the way over the counter
All right,
next to the
I'm not
Peryton head.
not gonna do that then.
Okay.
I pipe up and I go, also, we don't know if this is included, but we also rented one entire wing from the beast. Is there possibility of an additional, or maybe if there's a need to supplement this for usage?
And he, as he, begins, he counts out the 25 gold for, towards Ibram for the parchment. Yeah, I'm willing to buy that off your hands. Is it the whole wing? Is it partial? What's the situation with it?
I try to like motion over to Aethros and hopefully he takes it off his back.
I was planning on keeping this and making something out of it. I didn't want to sell it.
Oh,
By all means, I'm a businessman at heart, and I like seeing things like these. So I apologize.
No, my apologies as well. I was under the wrong impression. Okay,
And then I kind of like turn back to the group. I'm like, do you guys want to keep the rations or sell the rations? And I kind of make the weighing hands motion.
I'm
cool
fine.
with either. I can easily more than carry these.
Okay, well then we'll pause on that then. I whip around and then I go, I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name. This is terrible business manners.
Oh, the name's Justin. Justin
Justin.
Hunray. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is all ours.
What brings all you to Targos? If you don't mind me asking, you don't look like people who are normally around here.
That's fair. We are an eclectic bunch. And I kind of like look at Athros as being the only human. Yep.
Hey, you're definitely a weird group of people. It's been a long time since I've seen and he kind of looks at Big Toon up and down. Are you a... I don't want to get your grouping wrong. I usually see Tabaxi around here. You don't look like a normal Tabaxi to me, so I don't want to offend you. I apologize. It's been a long time since I've seen such a variety of people. And he looks at, like, Ibram and gives you a look up and down.
I like slide in front of Ibram.
You're an interesting group.
We try. My Lionel friend here is a proud man. Please, don't be offended. No, he's not a Tabaxi, at least not that I know from my notings. Since we're on the fun topic of not being, locals, is there something going on? I mean, we would have figured the gates would have been open. Is there something amiss in town?
I mean, not particularly as far as, things going wrong in town, I suppose. I guess there's just been, with Oriel demanding certain things, and he kind of just, like, begins to mumble a little bit, and it doesn't really feel, it's a bit of a gloomy place. I mean, the gates themselves usually close when we hit actual evening because we don't want any uninvited guests into the building or the walls at night.
Understandable.
Trying to deter people looking to, well, do not so great things for Targos and tarnish its name. I don't know, I guess, what are you looking for in particular, I guess is my question.
Well, I mean, we're traveling merchants and so forth, self-sortish a little bit. Yeah, of course. And, we've gotten word that there have been some killings amongst several of the towns in the area. We were hoping this was at least a safe place to bed down for the evening, as I kind of, like, look to the group and kind of nod accordingly.
I mean, if you're worried about being murdered or betrayed in the streets here, I don't think you'll have to worry too much of that. We had one person who, well, met an unfortunate end, though, I don't know, a couple days ago. He thinks back of, like, the exact number of days. I'd say about 4 days ago. A shipbuilder, halfling man, no, human man. He went missing and his body turned up. He went missing. His body turned up about 4 days ago. Something about an ice weapon of sort. I think it was a dagger through his heart.
I like whisper under my breath.
I guess maybe the town's a little on edge about that since we have no idea who did that or where they went or if they're even in town. I mean, we don't know anything about them, so maybe you're feeling that because of that whole situation. But usually we're a relatively friendly place.
Completely fair. Any particular place where the body was found and by whom?
Yeah, it was found by the local guard, if I remember correctly. It was found outside the town hall, about right when the sun crested the sky, as high as it ever does these days.
Yeah, of course. Oriel's kind of keeping it away from us.
Unfortunately. It's like, you can tell that this whole conversation is just kind of like bringing him from a moderately happy demeanor to a depressive state.
We don't mean to pain you in any which way. If anything, you know, all pleasantries aside, we're actually investigating this murder. I hate to kind of pull the wool over your eye, but we're highly trained investigators, and we're on the lookout for this murderer. And I kind of like pose.
I'll just kind of chime in. Needless to say, we're going to find this person.
Make a, say, highly trained investigators. I want you to make a deception check, but with advantage.
I mean, I'm definitely trying to persuade him, not lie to him. But yeah, if you want me to make a deception, I will.
No, you're right. You're right. I wouldn't say you're highly trained, but the flow of the conversation leans more towards you persuading him about it.
So deception
Go with a
with
persuasion. Persuasion with advantage.
Oh, okay, well, I gotta, hold on.
Because you
I'll
got
roll
Big Tune
again.
kind of chiming in the background.
I'll roll again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of gives you an affirmative nod. His demeanor seems to shift upward ever so slightly. Well, at least someone's doing something about it, since the guard doesn't want to venture outside the city.
I mean, you guys are spread so thin. We really understand. It's totally understandable. Again, that's why we're here. We're gonna make it easier on you guys.
Well, it's always appreciated. Is there anything else you needed from me before I close up shop today? Don't mean to rush you. It's been a long day already.
I mean, I kind of like glance around. Do we need anything else, guys? At least right now?
Cool.
Are we drinks here, or are we going somewhere else? Is there an inn?
I think we're headed to either... We're at halfway point between, like, Three Flags and Luskan Arms, but I heard the Three Flags is a little bit better. Oh, Justin, which one do you prefer?
He gives a big old grin. Well, if you're looking for a place to find a drink, there is no better place in Targos than the Three Flags Sailing. If you go there, you just gotta say, "Hey Ma," and she'll come and take care of you like you were one of her own kids.
Oh, I already love this place.
It's usually the favored one. But if you're looking to save a few cents and find a place to stay, the Luskan Arms is really the best place to go.
Fair enough.
Can't promise that the drinks won't taste somewhat watery at times, but yeah, the rooming's decent there.
Understandable.
I look around to our group.
Has he paid me yet?
Yes, your coinage is sitting on the table, and he has collected the parchment and taken the head, kind of just scooted it more his way on the counter.
Well, sir, thank you for the coin. I'm gonna divvy it up equally between the five of us. Each of us gets 5 gold. And we'll be on our way. If you know where the nest is or where we might find other Perytons, you know where to find us.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. If you're looking for bounties for creatures like these, check in with the local guard, either here in Targos, if you're looking for more. They usually have a bounty board somewhere near Town Hall. But honestly, a lot of the bigger towns have something along these lines. Bryn Shander will probably have a bunch of them if you're heading that way. Otherwise, sometimes Terra Malane has some, but usually it's the bigger cities. East Haven, besides Bryn Shander, would probably have the most of that kind of stuff. Can't promise it's always Perytons, and sometimes the stuff that they're trying to have you hunt is a little crazy, but, you know, trying to keep 10 towns safe, and sometimes adventurers are the best way to do it.
Well, thanks for the information. Everybody, you ready to roll out?
As soon as you do that, I go, oh, wait! And I slam 3 gold onto the counter.
You wouldn't happen to have charcoal and or ink, would you? Like pen ink, quill ink?
Yeah, no, I can get you some of that. That's no problem at all.
Wondrous.
He kind of goes into his back room, easily within sight. Doesn't have to go very far. And from one of the boxes right in front of me, he pulls out. How much ink did you need?
Well, I look at my 3 gold and I go,
Let's split the difference right down the center. So whatever, 1.5 gold of ink can get me / charcoal of the same value.
He gives you an affirmative nod, and he brings you, for 1.5 gold, Let me do some math.
We may or may not be blowing up the 3 flags tonight, guys.
My only question for the group is going to be, do we want to go to the 3 flags, or do we just go straight to Vas'Kai Arms since we can stay there?
Luskin, well, we know the 3 flags is an inn as well.
The Three
Oh, I
Flags
thought
is
it-
the Three Flags is just a tavern. The Luskin Arms.
Oh,
is-
Yeah.
it's just a tavern? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
So yeah, do you want to go get drunk and live it up at the 3 flags and maybe get a little bit more info, or are we trying to bed down for the evening?
I'm more than okay with going, try to get some more info. I just want to see what everybody else is getting at.
I'd say let's pop by the town hall, see if there's any bounties on the board, hit the 3 flags, and then bunker down at the Luskin Arms.
That's an option.
And at this point, Justin would come back, and he put 2 small vials of ink, each about maybe half an ounce. Not very big, but what he had in the back. I'll give these to you. You can keep. He like gives you back like the half gold equivalent in silver. I think, isn't it a 10 conversion? So it'd be 5 silver pieces.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is what I have for ink right now. That I can give away. Charcoal's minuscule. Honestly, if you wanted to take some of my embers that I have sitting on that fire, and he points over to like the fireplace, and you're more than welcome to take some of that. I'm not going to charge you for that. I feel guilty if I did.
No, I understand components around here can be a little hit or miss. I know wood is, in certain towns a coveted thing, so I appreciate it. And as soon as he says that, I de-stilt and run over to the fire and start palming like handable charcoal.
I would say you could, because the fire itself, like he hasn't put any new wood on it. It's just been the brightness that it's been giving off has been okay, but it's a small flame right now. You could easily get about, I want to say about a half a pound of charcoal. Like he's been burning this all day, so there's a lot of charcoal here.
Sweet.
Oh no, put another log on. Make sure the fire keeps going for these folks.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
And then as soon as I take out my charcoal, I put like another healthy log on. I firebolt that bitch, and then.
All right.
At least while you're working, so you don't have to work in the cold.
Well, I'll be here a little while now processing the Peryton, so I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Bam, 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 bam.
Right. Well, I'm gonna get ready to close up shop for the evening. Are you gonna be in Targos for a while? You here for the night? What's your plan here?
Kind of look around the group.
We'll probably be in and out of town, potentially, for the next foreseeable future.
Kind of gives you a nod. All right. Well, if you need anything general supply-wise, Triglio's the best place to come and get it. You're not gonna find fishing or sailing stuff here. And he kind of like lifts up his hand that he's kind of been keeping underneath the counter as long as possible, and you see he has like a almost like a wooden hand, like that kind of is held like, think like Game of Thrones, like Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
But wooden, where he only
Yes.
can hold something in it. He has like a wooden hand.
Well, I'm thinking Happy Gilmore.
Jobs.
Yes, Tubbs.
But you'll find me here, selling your general goods. Just nothing really sailing related. Not since my own accident, getting it crushed between 2 boats.
Ooh,
But,
that is a terrible way to lose it.
It was not great. Hurt quite a bit, but
Is it just a solid wooden hand?
it's just a solid wooden hand. Like someone carved it out for him. It's a wood in the shape of a hand.
I begin to take notes, and as I notice this, I begin to take notes.
Right. Well, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for the bounty. I'll be here processing this for a little while, and I'm heading off to bed.
We appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
It's all business. Have a good night. And he kind of ushers you all to the door.
All right. I think the order of operations was possibly Town Hall, 3 Flags, then Luskin.
I mean, if we want to
Yeah.
split up, we could do that. Otherwise, we could all
We have
get
town
one.
halls open, but I don't know if it's.
Yeah, look, I mean, we could do it in the morning, unless they are open.
I just didn't know if they had a board outside. We could take a look to see what's there.
Yeah, he did say that like there's a usually like a bulletin board outside of town hall that you
Damn.
can
Yeah.
look at.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll walk by that because it's technically on the way. It's only out of the way a little bit. We'll just walk around the block.
I'm gonna make a perception check. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in town that we might want to maybe look at for the next day or two,
All right.
like
go ahead.
library, stuff like that.
Buy me a bookstore.
I see nothing apparently.
It's cold. You need a drink.
It is a town. We are in a town.
Yeah. You smell
Um,
fish.
As you're walking through Targos and you're kind of like keeping your eyes peeled, really you see a lot of residential for the most part. I mean, this town has a population of about 1,000 people. It's quite a bit. It's a bit bigger than Terra Malane in that regard. And you don't really see, as far as like a bookstore or a library, you really don't see that here in Targos. In fact, finding that in Terra Malane is kind of few and far between. But what you do see, as you're kind of like looking, like even some of the size of these buildings, you do catch the image of a flying snake actually in the skies, heading down towards the pier, as you cross from one like walkway into another before it disappears out of sight.
Well, all right, off to town hall we go.
All right, everybody's heading to town hall.
We're like dragging everybody else along. We have errands before we can go drink.
All right, so there is as you reach the town hall, you do see that there is a relatively new looking, maybe within the last 3 or so years, a bounty board, or I guess just like an announcements board that has kind of just become a bounty board, posted right outside the building on two wooden posts and a nice long stretch of a couple of 2x4s of wood.
I'm investigating the shit out of that.
Go for it.
Wow. Okay, now.
Yes,
not so
I'm
good.
investigating as well.
Wow, this is really good wood.
Oh, thank
Don't
God.
worry.
I thought I was about to agree with you.
I got you.
I'm looking around the side, not about the bounty board, what's on it. I'm like looking at the structural integrity of it.
I mean,
You're physically looking at the bounty board, not what's
Yeah, it's good wood. Look at this. Look at this. There's like, they didn't just go sloppily. This isn't just like they slapped on an end cap. No, they hand carved this. It's beautiful.
yeah, the wood itself is very good quality. You can tell based off of like how some of these houses look and the structure of the wall both being like a cross between stone and wood. You can tell this wood has come from a little farther south. Maybe not from 10 towns altogether, but it is a very nice quality, a very good wood. And the amount of effort it must have took to pound it into the ground had to have been significant.
They splurged on this, guys.
All right, as far as Victoon and Ebrin, what are we looking for at the bounty bar? Are we looking for bounties? Are we looking
Yeah.
more in depth
Looking
at the wood, or like what are we?
I don't care.
Termites on the top of this cap here.
Right. I don't care too much about the wood itself, but bounties, any information that, what is
Yeah,
on
like-
the besides the wood.
like bounties that we might recognize that are possibly possible for us, not like impossibly. Like, go kill this army.
Go kill a white dragon.
Right, like I want to see like, oh, we'll kill another one of these things.
A horde of snow goblins.
All right, so there are a total of 4, like almost like maybe not 100% related as bounties, but like requests from either like the local town, or even like a couple towns over, that you find on this board. One of which is from Targos itself to hunt down a couple of owlbear for pelts for one of the local merchants.
Oh shit.
The amount of pay that they're willing to give for this is 10 gold pieces per pelt. There is from
Fucking owlbear? Are these juvenile owlbears?
It does not specify.
Ugh.
You're still looking at the wood.
I know, but you guys are muttering, and I'm saying that as I'm examining the wood. Oh.
Start looking at the wood now too.
You see from Lonelywood, there is a posting for someone to hunt down what is labeled as a aggressive white moose. That it's been causing problems for some of the local hunters, and to reach out to stop in at one of the inns in Lonelywood to speak further about the matter. They're just looking for people to come and try to take that on. You see that in Bryn Shander, there are dwarves that are willing to pay some good money to help them find a lost shipment. And let me just make sure I get this last one correct.
Do I see where the dwarves are in Bryn Shander? Like, are they at an inn?
They are, the request is to speak to the proprietor at Black Iron Blades.
And that's that's a Bryn Shander request?
That is a Bryn Shander request.
Okay. Black Iron Blades.
And in Dugan's Hole, there was a request from the town speaker to eliminate 2 horse-sized wolves that are terrorizing the woods outside of town.
And this is from who?
This is from Dugan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole.
It's a horse-sized ducks.
Some horse-sized wolves that are terrorizing the woods outside of town.
That doesn't sound that horrible.
Do we see
Dugan's Hole is infested with wolves.
What was that?
Do we see a reward or where to talk to somebody about it?
It said to speak with the town speaker from
At
Dugan's
Dugan's
Hole.
Hole.
Town speaker. Alright, besides those 4 things, do we see anything else worth of value on there, or no?
Nah, not really. Just like advertisements to join the local guard, or like, you know, maybe like a coupon for a drink at Bryn Shander at one of their taverns. Nothing too crazy that kind of gets your eye. That seems to be the meaty part of that bulletin board.
I'm being that guy. I'm grabbing that coupon.
I was gonna say, bro, if you
Of
don't take
course.
that fucking coupon, I'm taking that coupon.
All right, this coupon is good for the Northlook in Bryn Shander.
Okay, write your coupon down, sir.
$4.99.
Like 5 silver off of your 3rd ale.
Well, guys, we got all the info we need. Do we want to all go to 3 Flags? Do we want to split up and somebody get rooms? I'd be more than glad to do that myself.
No,
I'll certainly go to 3 Flags to try to gather some information.
let's all go, because what if it calls for like we need you to be sneaky, or maybe we need Arini to play a bitchin' song, or
Maybe we need red eyes.
yeah, maybe we need red eyes. Maybe Aethros has got to like read his book to people, like he's got to do his oration, you know, like anything could happen.
Say maybe he's got to entertain some children.
Yo, actually true. Plus, I'm sure they all want to drink. Arini, Aethros, beverage time. Aethros may or may not be talking into a muted mic. There he is.
Yeah, I'm ready for a drink. My guy's still just marveling at the wing. I got so many plans for you.
Oh man, he's got to show his wing off to the people at the bar.
Yes, please.
Let's go a drinking and carousing.
Where do you plan on going for your drink?
3 Flags.
Move.
All right, so the party's heading to Three Flag Sailing.
Yes,
Yep.
Uh-oh.
It may take us a little bit longer. Oh, wait, you're just doing a regular perception check? Hold on.
I just want to see what's at the while we're walking, because it looks like on the map here we're walking next to the docks. Do we see anything that might be worth like talking to, or no? Or
So
am I just
the
blind?
I mean,
My dark vision is not working right now.
yeah, honestly, you're when the sound of drinks sounds more appealing at this point in time than walking through the docks. So as you're walking past the docks, you're like, oh man, I actually am kind of parched, and like you kind of skim over the docks and see that a lot of the water is like the water entirely within here right now has been frozen over. You can't gauge how thick it is or anything, but like it seems like the docks are pretty empty right now as far as people out on boats and stuff like that. So you
The locals are drinking. We gotta go drink. Look at Athros. He's ready to drink. I mean, if we don't get a drink in him soon, he's gonna start pretending that wing is attached to his back.
If he wasn't already.
How do you know what I'm planning to do?
Wild guess. Wild guess. I'm just not saying this is a bad idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. I have some use for leather. We could probably make it work.
Okay.
Bam.
I go take a note.
So as we pull up, do we see if this place is even open from us being outside of it?
Oh yeah, you can hear the commotion coming from inside. It is bustling and a hustling. It is open for business.
They're playing Daruda Sandstorm on fucking 3-hour loop.
Using
Yeah,
like a Vuvuzuela or something.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I'm running into that one.
Can we have Big Toon pick up Oh No and just have Oh No open up the door and just yell, "Hey Ma"?
If they want to.
I want a Lion King scene of just Oh No screaming, "Hey Ma."
Are you just gonna pick me up without asking? I am on stilts.
Oh, no, I'm looking to you.
Huh,
Would
what?
you like to make an entrance?
Oh, really? Can I?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, get the door. Get the door.
I like prestidigitate myself clean. I begin. Oh damn it! I don't have thaumaturgy.
Screw it. Doesn't matter. I'm ready. Let's go. Open the door.
As I pick him up and just kind of like use my elbows to get the door.
Okay.
And just hold him in.
Okay. So you use your elbow and kind of pull open the door. This door having more of a pull bar rather than like a doorknob.
Okay.
And you pull it open. The hinges creak just a little bit, but it's not anything that hinders you at all. You are now standing in the doorway. What do you want to do?
I scream at the top of my lungs. Hey, Ma! We're ready for a drink.
And as you do, all the tavern itself is very full of people right now, and the moment of silence as they all turn to look at you.
Lionel holding a gnome.
Yeah, it's Lion King style up in the tavern or something.
I like
And,
pull my mask down and stick my pipe in my mouth.
As you say "Hey Ma," and the silence takes over. Music that's playing in the background stops for but a brief moment, and you hear coming from a table on the far end of the tavern. "Oh my poor babies! Oh my gosh, you must be so cold." And she's like this elderly old human woman, not hunched over like Granny Yzma, but this like short human woman comes running up to greet all of you. "Oh, you must be so cold. Yes, what? You're ready for a drink? Oh, my poor children. Please come inside and warm up."
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you, guys. Let's go.
And she like almost takes I imagine that Big Toon still is kind of holding Ono in his hands, and she kind of like grabs Big Toon by like the side of his furry arm and just kind of ushers like the two of you over to one of the few empty tables in this tavern. This is a very big tavern. It is a hotspot for the fishers.
So the
here in
majority of like the populace is hanging out in here.
And most of the time at this point in the day, you're gonna see a lot of fishermen in the town. It smells like dead fish.
Oh,
in
love it.
parts here, but yeah, it is a fisherman hotspot here in town. As she brings you over to
Yo.
brings you over to an empty table, and it's like, pulls the seat out. Please sit down. Sit down. What can I get all of you?
A round of ales for the group, a round of meads for the group, whatever food we may have, like potatoes or breads or whatever little snacky fare that you may have, if that's entirely possible.
Do you have any fish?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we might as well order a platter of fish.
Ma kind of looks over at Big Two when he says fish, and she kind of gives him a... Did you sit down already, Big Two?
Yes.
She reaches up and gives you a scritch on the top of your head. Oh, we have fish, sweetheart. We have fish.
Unbeknownst to myself, I viscerally react to the script.
He's
I
fucking
lean into it a little bit. Yeah. I don't even realize I'm doing it.
I'm gonna look at Big Two and be like, I didn't know you could do that.
Do what?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Ma, we would love, a sampling of your beverages and foods. And I don't know what the custom is, and I slap 2 gold down on the table. I don't know if this is enough, but can we start off with, just something to get us warmed up?
She gives you a little pat on the head. This will take care of you for the night, don't you worry.
Yes.
And she takes the 2 gold and kind of puts it in her pocket, and then hurries off away to begin grabbing the items that you guys requested. She does kind of come back after taking a few steps away, looking to you, Ono. We don't really have just potatoes, but we do have a potato stew that is quite lovely.
Love it. Potato stew. We'll eat whatever bacon you have, or any meats or fish. We'll love it all.
I'll get that working for you. In the meantime, you all just warm your little hearts. And she just scurries away.
And I'm still humming the song that Arini was playing earlier, and I'm dancing.
I would say at this point too, having Ma answered all of you, the bustling has returned to the tavern. People are shouting at each other, kind of calling for Ma to kind of bring them more and stuff like that. The music over at the stand and not quite next to you, but I'd say maybe about 30 feet away, on the I guess kitty corner from where you are, a small stage has been set up, and there's a person playing a lute. Singing one of the local tunes from Targos.
Arini, that's all you.
I'm dancing in my seat.
Go show him how it's done. He can't hold a candle to your magic. Yeah.
I think my fingers have felt enough for today.
I immediately jumble through my pouch and try to find some kind of salve, but I end up pulling out a small container of what looks like grease.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Bam! It smells like bacon. I'm still dancing.
Alright, so other than Oh No dancing, what's the party doing right now?
I'm just kind of surveying the room, seeing what everybody's like, what their race are, if they're elves, if they're dwarves, if they're humans, and seeing basically what's going on in the bar.
Alright, so you're kind of taking your time and surveying what's going on while you're waiting for your stuff?
Yeah.
I want you to roll an investigation check for me.
Huh.
Guidance.
Advantage or normal?
I tap you on the shoulder real quick.
I'm gonna say right now normal,
it's
but you
D4,
do have
I think.
do have a situational extra D4, so add 1 D4 to your roll.
1D.
Oh my gosh, Bradley.
100.
Normal.
Womp. Oh, we'll take that though. What's up?
Yeah, you see that this town, at least this tavern is extremely lively. There's a lot more, especially with the music playing. People are very upbeat. You do see a good mix of the different races. At one table, you see a halfling and a dwarf arm wrestling. There's a couple people of elven descent, both sitting at the bar, and honestly a couple tables from you. A whole table of just dwarves. Judging by their clothing, they appear to be local fishermen from the area. Kind of fighting over just inter-family quarrels of random dwarvish BS. There's a whole mix of different people here, and for the most part, people seem to be pretty lively. The
Like
The-
silently rooting for that halfling in the arm wrestling match.
as far as anything that really is crazy that stands out, I mean, not particularly. Everyone seems to be pretty well dressed in very similar clothing, whether you're a fisherman or a common person who, either lives or works in the town. The clothing is very, very thick for the most part. Like it's a very cold place. The temperatures now have dipped well below zero outside. In here, it's a nice, lively, moderate room temperature with the fire going both on the side of the room that you're on next to the stage, and and on the other side there's another set of fires that kind of come together somewhere in the middle.
Does Ma have a helper or like a waitress, waiter?
There is so Ma herself seems to be the person who really likes to go back and forth from the kitchen. She seems to be almost like whatever they're called, not waiter, but like a busser type person. It takes
Like a
people back and
gopher.
forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's somebody else, maybe a middle-aged human woman who's running the actual bar area itself, constantly cleaning up tankards, washing them, and issuing new drinks or refilling people's glasses from the back room, from the kegs.
And just a quick description of Ma. She said elderly human, and she looks kind of like what?
She's an elderly human. She's not hunched over like Grandma Yzma was. She's just really, really short. Has her hair up in a nice bun. Hair is definitely grayed, a lot of wrinkles, but she is probably the most good-natured person that you see inside this town.
Ma's rocking it. Ma's serving me fisherman realness.
Yes.
Yes, queen, yes. Does Ma come back, or is it someone else?
Ma is the one who physically. It takes her 2 separate trips. One with the tankers and a set of plates with different meals on it. She kind of just puts them in the middle of the table. One is entirely a nice cooked knucklehead trout, the local fish from the Merdwald, and one is some form of other red meat. You can't really make out what it originally was just based off of the smell because it's seasoned beautifully. There's a veggie type platter type thing from local vegetables like cabbage and lettuce.
What can grow in this temper?
Yeah, I mean they're definitely imported. So they're locally imported. They're not locally grown.
Okay.
And a couple of things that she brings out a nice big bowl of the stew. She kind of just gives you a sampler, basically, of what we have here, and then she puts out 3 tankards of ale and 3 tankards of mead. Slightly different colors. One of which is almost like a honey yellow. The other being a little bit more brown on the inside. One of which is the mead being a little more foamy at the top than the ale is. Ooh. And she says it on the table. I'll be right back with the rest of your order, sweethearts. Just you go ahead.
No
and
rush.
Start digging in. And she just
no rush. This is amazing. This knucklehead trout looks amazing. Is this your recipe?
Good luck whipping that trout out of my hands.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I assume Big Toon jumped on that fish.
Oh, it's not my recipe, but it's
delicious.
one that's passed down for at least the last couple generations. There's a reason why a lot of people like to come here. And she just kind of gives a big old granny grin and then takes off to go get the rest of your order before coming back shortly afterward with the rest of the tankards that were ordered, because it was ordered around for of each for everybody. So there's a lot of glasses on the table.
I look at Arini and I go,
okay, we're definitely getting the recipe for this. Hands down.
100%. We're gonna have to make this again.
Oh my gosh, this... What? How? It's got a minty flavor, but it's woody, like pine. How? I don't understand it.
You're eating that soup right now? Is that what you're eating?
Yeah, the soup is delicious. Look at here.
shove my bowl over.
Oh, no. I'm saying this in between bites.
Yeah, there, I assume there's small white flecks of fish flying around you.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm just devouring this as fast as, well, I was gonna say humanly possible, but more silly possible.
Yeah.
As you're devouring your food, just looking around, especially Ebron, since he's just kind of surveying the entire place. You see Granny makes her way around pretty dang quick. Like, there's a reason she's probably not hunched over and like brittle, because she's just
She's a
running.
working girl.
She's a working girl. She's nonstop back and forth. You hear people from across the bar like, "Hey, Ma, I need a refill," and like, she's like, "Oh, I'll be right there, sweetheart." And she just like comes and grabs a tankard and disappears, and comes back, and somebody else is calling her. And then like occasionally she'll stop and check in on all of you as you're eating. Like, the food's okay. Like,
Beautiful.
everyone's going good. Did anybody-
Amazing.
I have a request, Ma.
Oh, sure
Recipe.
thing, sweetheart. What can I do you for? She kind of just like gives you a pat on the back.
Get the recipe.
Besides my friend whispering in my ear here, do you think you could maybe run a round of food? This stew is delicious, and maybe a round of drinks to Justin, the guards working at the South Guard that let us in today?
Oh, no. Justin was the guy at the shop, the owner of the Triglio.
Barn was his name, right?
Barn was the guard.
Barn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I immediately correct you. No, his name is Barn. He was amazing.
You want me
Basically,
to-
I'm trying food and drinks for the guys working right now as a thanks.
Oh, I
a
think I
token
could
of-
get someone to run that over for him. I appreciate someone taking care of our local guard. I'll get a care package set up.
Thank
for
you,
him,
Ma.
and I'll have someone run it over there. Thank you, no problem.
I'll give her
You're
3
such a
gold
dear.
pieces.
Damn.
Oh, that I don't know if I could accept 3 gold pieces. You're too kind.
A mouthful of fish. I go, you absolutely have to.
What fish are you eating?
I stole the bits that fell off of your mouth. Like, you don't notice, I'm standing right next to you on the table, and whatever drops next to you, I just grab and stick in my face.
Sounds good.
I'm taking notes because I'm like, the nuances in this was roasted over open flame. Like, I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I just envision you like a wine tasting person.
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
100%.
I just have to hit to this and a hit to this, just jotting down notes.
Like when Ono is not talking, I'm taking notes of literally everything. The worst and non sequitur stuff, like, oh, there's 15 people in here that's wearing black boots and only 10 people that's wearing brown boots. Huh, interesting. Oh, they all have belts, but each belt doesn't have the same correlation. Some looks like copper, some looks like brass. Huh, interesting. Like, I'm all over the place.
I love it. I want, as like Granny kind of prepares it, she takes the 3 gold and she like runs off and she has a care package go out. I want Ibrin and who else? I'm gonna say Athros. I want both of you to roll perception checks.
I guidance Athros.
Only perceiving this fish right now.
Yo, yeah.
All right, Athros, you see, as Ma kind of sends out the care package, you see that the person who's taking out the care package, they pull up like a mask from their mouth going upward. As I mean, it's cold. It could be related to the cold. It could be related to something else. They pull a mask up and they have like 3 big bowls and then like almost like call it like a thermos made of like weathered iron, I guess, that they take with them. You see in the middle between the bowl, like the large bowls of the stew and the thermos type thing, a winged snake that is kind of trying to hide amongst all the stuff that's within there as they take off outside.
Yeah, I want to use stealth to see if I can follow that guy.
Oh, Athros clocked it. Athros, please tell us.
Say, I see that, but I think I'm gonna make an intelligence check to see if that makes any sense to me.
Yeah, go for it. That is true. That is a fair point. You see it, but what does that mean to you?
Yeah, what does it mean? Perfect to your nature, sir. Oh God, you're smart today.
Oh, you guys are lucky. So yeah, I tell the rest of the party what I see.
I love that so much.
Because I'm so enthralled with my meal, should I roll a perception check to see if I even heard him?
Disadvantage?
I was gonna say, if you're so focused on your meal, you can either voluntarily fail a perception check, or you can roll with disadvantage.
Also,
I'll roll with disadvantage. I'll give myself a chance.
Also on the sly, I did ask Ma, just like whisper, I was like, a bowl of milk, just to see if Big Toon gets into it.
There is, in fact, a bowl of like slightly warm milk that she did bring to you.
Come on.
Give me a
Before
minute on that one.
Ah!
I heard first.
No!
Oh, I certainly heard.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you heard what Aethros had to say.
Okay. That being said, as I hear him, I do notice the milk beside me, and I do stop to take a couple of little laps.
Yeah! Dreams fulfilled.
Still don't even realize that I'm doing it, but I'm acting all like myself.
All right.
Oh my god.
So Aethros has communed that to the party.
Well, what did you... Big Toon, hold on. You have... And I pull, like, what looks like a thin piece of cartilage out of his jowl. Okay, that was bothering me. Wait, a winged snake? What?
Does that ring a bell with any of us?
There's... Let's see, let me look at backgrounds quick.
They want to see
Ebrin-
something
Yeah,
through the town.
Ebrin would recognize that a lot of times in some organizations they would use, especially with the Zentarum, winged snakes to commune things across cities because they are easily able to disguise themselves. Based off of your criminal spy background.
No.
But if anybody wanted to roll and see, it would be I would say like a history check. I think would be a good one for that.
I'll
If
give it a
anybody else
go.
wants to do it.
I'm throwing it. Ugh!
Now you really want him to drink that milk.
I do. I'm like, come on, bro. Just lap the milk.
Yeah, now you're just worried about me drinking milk.
And at this point, I have I'm taking notes, and I've got a napkin at the corner of your mouth, dabbing little droplets of milk.
Well, apparently he's also dropping knowledge on you since you're doing it. 'Cause he just rolled
yo, Big Toon's on fire right now.
What is Arini doing this entire
Yeah,
time?
Arini, what are you up to? I know the last thing I heard was that you were possibly putting grease on your fingers. Bacon smelling grease.
Bacon smelling grease. Yeah, I was sitting with until he went over by our kitty friend. But I've just been minding my own business.
The food is
tuning,
delicious.
or let's say I like tuning or taking care of my instrument of sorts.
Okay.
I've
So you are
definitely unrolled my
Kind of
tools
like
in front of
cleaning
you.
and maybe making sure that your lyre is in tune, not wanting
Yes.
to possibly have a situation like your first day where you
Yes.
had one song that the string wasn't quite tuned right. So you're doing a fantastic job.
We got backup.
Was my history check enough to recognize or understand what this is?
You wouldn't recognize it as based off of your history and your traveling clan. You don't really recognize it as a particular organization that would carry it, but you do know that there are several different ways that messages can get carried long distances. Hawks and traveling carrier pigeons and such are usually for much greater distances. Winged snakes maybe for across town or one town over, not more than a couple miles in general. So I would say winged snakes would probably be limited to about 5 miles, whereas your hawk and pigeon could go a very long distance, based off of what you know in your travels, but not much more beyond that.
I'll kind of relay that information to say, hey, this dude's got to be going somewhere close.
Same thing with Arini, I guess. You would have probably seen winged snakes, especially since you came from farther down south in the iris and the pupil. You would have seen those in the actual city itself being used. What purposes they were, you really don't know at that point in time. But you've seen these creatures before carrying messages.
So I'd love to I also recognize them, but do not know from what.
I mean, if I was gonna take a guess,
As I take a spoonful of milk.
if I was gonna take a guess, maybe Ma's just telling them that we gave them food, or maybe some weirdos are in town. If I was gonna take a 50-50 shot in the dark.
Be the weirdos in town.
I mean, I mean, come on.
And I'm doing hands over myself.
So yeah, then I'll just kind of say it could have heard about our, the great warriors in our group.
I mean, it's a
My
small
guy would-
town.
My guy would stand up. I would have to go check this out just to make sure. And if anything else, I'll meet you guys at the what is it? The Luskin Arms.
Okay, you have. I'm giving you an hour.
All right, I'll meet you there in an hour.
I tap you on the shoulder and give you guidance on your next roll.
Don't get hurt.
Oh, no way.
Can I use stealth to see if I can see where these guys are going or stalk them without being seen?
Yeah, you could roll a stealth check.
Boom. Use that
Oh.
guidance, maybe.
Oop, I hit the wrong button.
Feel like closed all tabs.
It's computer, actually.
Do I get advantage or just normal?
Although,
Just a normal stealth roll.
plus yeah.
There it is. Sweet!
Oh. He's crashing into things.
I mean,
You're able.
Oh, I
to,
mean, for I still end up getting a 13 out of it.
You're able to muffle your steps quite a bit. Kind of taking, with the sun being out of the sky and darkness definitely setting in here, the torchlight's really what gives Targos the light of the town, and most of the places going, I guess, outward here from Three Flags Sailing down to the gate itself, especially for that first main drag before you turn to your right and head towards the gate. The torches are quite a bit far between. Generally speaking, it's just to pave your path, not so much to brightly illuminate things. So you're able to sulk around pretty good to stay out of sight and kind of keep tabs on this person delivering the meal. I want you to roll a perception check as you go. Since you're focused really intently on this one, I'm going to give you advantage on this perception check.
I'm just saying, because I got dark vision and you're making it sound like it's super dark out.
No,
So.
you can the person's within view. For you, it's still because of how dark vision usually works. It's usually grayscale. I can't remember if elves actually see it in color or not. But you can see the distance that this person is in front of you. But looking at how the town is set up, if a human was walking and they don't have dark vision, it's really not meant to brightly illuminate. It's just meant to provide you direction on where to go.
Gotcha.
So, as you are following this person, I would say you're tailing them maybe... How far back do you want to be? Let's start there.
I'd say probably 45 to 60 feet, just for the simple fact that if we were to go by, battle standards, I could use dash and catch up to them.
Alright, so you, let's just meet in the middle towards 50 feet. So you're
Okay.
about 50 feet behind them. And they're their walk is continually down the main drag. But what you notice is after the person is about to turn right to head towards the guard station, you see that flying snake take off and head straight ahead, flying over a few of the houses before disappearing down into an alley.
So you're giving me an option to follow the snake or follow the food.
It's entirely up to you.
I would have to follow the snake.
Okay.
I can always come to see if they got the food later.
So you kind of keep the snake in your in your eyesight as it begins to fly over a couple of the buildings. You kind of find between two houses, there's a small alleyway patch, and judging by the direction that the snake's going and how fast it's going, you kind of you weigh whether or not you should go into this alleyway, and you choose not to, and you continue skulking out of the torchlight until the snake itself begins to kind of dive into an alley, and you kind of don't want to lose it for too long, so you dart behind the house a couple down, and sneak behind it, and you see the snake itself. There's a bright burning light from a rather large two-story building at the end of the alley, and the window itself open, and the snake enters a window that is open, waiting for it. You see a silhouette of a person who the snake latches onto, and you watch as the silhouette in the background light pulls the message that seems to be attached to the base of the tail of the snake off of the snake and sets it down and begins reading the message before they step away from the window. Since we're reaching time, I'm giving you one more thing that you want to do. What would you like to do?
I apologize, Discord cut out there. So they pulled they pulled the message, and that's basically where it cut out. Can you repeat it?
They pulled
Sorry.
out the message off the that was tied around the tail of the snake, and as they're about to turn away and walk back away from the window, they begin to read the message, slowly taking steps away from the window. What would you like to do?
Do I see if there's a ladder or a way that I could acrobat my way into an area to listen to this message?
There's no ladder, but based on how the houses are set up, you feel like you might be able to parkour your way up the side of the buildings.
I'm parkouring. Parkour!
So you get a bit of running speed, and you jump off the one side of the building, and you kind of with your as much speed and strength that you can muster, begin to parkour between two buildings. And as you reach, you try to reach the top of a two-story building right across the alley from where the snake went in. I want you to roll one more acrobatics check for me. I want to see if you can catch yourself, because your last jump isn't as great as what you're able to. Okay, you're able to catch yourself, and grabbing the side of the the shingling on the top of this roof, using the momentum that you have, you're able to pull yourself on top of this two-story roof. And what you see from this window is a middle-aged human man with a slicked back black hair, and inside this room, since you now have more visibility, you see sitting in a chair a armored tiefling man. You can't hear what they say from this distance, you still being about, I'm going to say 30-35 feet out, and they're farther into the room now. But you see the two having a conversation, and one of them throws the winged snake that you saw land in the room, a dead mouse. And as the snake is eating this mouse and the two of them are having this conversation, Ibram, on the top of a two-story building, and the rest of you enjoying this fabulous meal from Ma. Oh no, really trying to get Big Tune to drink from the milk can if he hasn't already. I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Ah!
Alrighty then.
Damn it!
I thought we're going to 10. No, that's fine.
The normal time is from 6 to 9, and then if we can go longer, 6 to 10. But I gotta buzz out early tonight, so 9 o'clock is our stop time. I'm sorry, guys.
I was trying to get Arini to fucking bust a move on the stage on this person who's up there not making it hit. Y'all are muted, both of you, Ben and Arini.
Sorry, my mom called me.
You're
I'm
good.
in and out. I heard
You're
my
good.
name though, and I was told I heard I should be busting some shit, so maybe I'll bust some shit.
was gonna move.
I was just saying
We
that
can pan back there when we start next time to see what Arini actually wants to do.
I got
She was
notes
tuning her
this time.
instrument, so she's got to be ready to go.
She's got to be primed. She's to be primed.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
I'm
locked
baking
and
3
loaded, ready to go now.
I'm hitting her with a guidance as soon as she decides to walk up on stage, and then I'm gonna. This guy doesn't know it. I'm a fuck with this dude if he thinks he's got game. I'm gonna prestidigitate some bad smells in his nose.
Ew.
This guy don't even know what's up.
Battle of the Bards.
Man, great.
That'll be epic.
Is everybody okay to play next week on the 24th?
Yes.
I should be.
Hopefully Tyler joins us next time too.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
he's
gotta
able to
get-
join us, I'll find a way to work him in where he was. But
He's like right behind us. Look, he's not that far.
he's just there. You know,
He's there. He's not that far
He's-
behind us.
You still at Triglio.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I opened that day, so yeah, the 24th. Oh yeah.
All right. If anybody has any conflicts, just let me know. Like I said, we play with the rule of 2. So if up to 2 people are missing, we can keep going. If there's more than 2 people, well, then we're missing half our party, and we should probably not do that. But,
Yeah.
all right. If anybody has any questions throughout the week, you know how to reach me. Otherwise, let's plan for next week. I will post the video, since I recorded this session too, on my YouTube channel. I'll get you all the deets at some point this week. So we can begin that process since Twitch only keeps things for 2 weeks.
Are we still recording?
We are at the second. Should I? end
Man,
the
if
stream?
anybody's still watching this stuff, man, you guys, I know anybody
Like,
who's actually
subscribe.
suffered through this. You love D&D, like, subscribe, check us out
Bell
again every
thing.
Sunday. Hit the smash the bell, what PewDiePie and all those other fucking influencers say. We love playing D&D, and we hope you want to watch us too. Dakota, take us out.
You all die from a meteor.
Damn, man!
No.
Kidding. You said take you out, so you know. That just seems like the ultimate way to go.
Damn.
Can I disengage here?
No.
We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up next session. As of right now, you are on a roof. We will figure this out. But
So
then
On a
says-
roof.
you have a week to figure out what you want to do. This will be fun.
Yeah, we're in the Three Flags. You're on a roof. It's about to go down.
I'll have to pick my song out.
Yeah, there you go. If you come up with an awesome song name, I will incorporate that.
Fuck
That is
yes.
Otherwise, I've just been making them up as I go. So, I fully believe that Irini can come up with some cool song names.
Oh hell yeah! I'll have Nick fill me in for that last little bit I missed, and I will come up with something good.
He's drinking milk, eating
I'm-
fish. I
Wrapping
mean,
up.
yeah, I'm flirting with Ma, trying to get us the recipe. We're all chilling out, getting stuffed face. Fucking Ruby Red Eyes snuck off. Boom! I got the intro for next week.
Okay, you're in charge of remembering the recap.
Yes.
I feel like we
So
should choose
pumped.
people for that. Okay,
Be like fall on
whose
somebody.
turn is it to do the recap?
Not my turn. Never my turn.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, well,
Great game.
it was great to
Alrighty.
see you. We will see you all next week and see where this story continues to go. I'm gonna try to come up with witty titles for our sessions going forward too. So,
Do it.
Yes.
that's my homework. Other than
Yeah,
being the
I say I always loved reading your titles from your other one.
yeah. No, we're gonna come up with something great.
We're right around the corner from thinking of a group name, guys.
Yeah, there you go. That's another sign of homework that you guys gotta do. Eventually, someone's gonna ask, "What's the name of your group?" And then you
Ugh.
guys come up with something great. So
The Thundercats, right?
gotta change it so it's not trademarked. The Thunder Kitties.
Oh, that's true. No. Oh, I was gonna say the Cats
Kitties.
of Thunder.
Or
The
that works
lightning.
too.
The Lightning Kitties.
The Lightning
Am I-
Cats.
The Lightning.
Cats of Thunder.
All right, I'm gonna be bugging out. So it was good to see all of you. We'll see you all next week.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.